Thursday evening. We down to a two-man show. Half of us here tonight, me and Mark. What's good, Mark?
What up, what up, what up?
So we definitely freestyling it tonight, man. And tonight, Mark, you know what I want to do is just kind of hit on some of these hot topics, as you will, man, that have permeated the news feeds of everybody this week, and just kind of grab a hold to some of these headlines, man, shake them up, and put our own spin on it and see what we think about everything that's been going on in the world around us, man. What's up?
Man, dude, it's a lot. Excuse me for the dark picture. I'm coming in the light. And let there be
That's what
light.
we want. Always come and step into the light. Like, come on, step into the light.
Man, dude, this past month has given us so much to talk about, man. I mean, this
Absolutely.
past 2 months, man. I mean, where do we begin, man? I mean, can we begin with how Whoopi came at him today? Or not today, was it today or yesterday?
Who?
Whoopi Goldberg saying that she think that you should be able to hit a woman if she come at if she's swinging on you like Solange.
Oh, see, I didn't even get. I had seen. I knew I need to go back and read something. That was Whoopi making a statement concerning the Jay-Z Solange thing, wasn't it? Is that where
Yeah,
that from?
yep.
See, I didn't get a chance to. I saw a link to that, but I didn't get a chance to really go into it. So Whoopi saying what now?
Whoopi saying that if you want to approach a man and act like a man, basically, I'm paraphrasing, then you should suffer the consequences of what you get for doing something like that. You know. So, first, let me get what you thought of the whole elevator fiasco anyway. Like, I mean, how'd you feel about Beyonce? Was Beyonce wrong in any way? Or do you feel like not knowing? I guess we don't know the whole story anyway, but is there any reason that should Beyonce have done anything?
The only thing I think she may have should have done, man, was probably it didn't seem like she was even saying much. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, of course I don't know, but it seemed like maybe she could have talked her sister down, not necessarily with any type of, because see, to my understanding, she
Yeah.
she probably had to get her dress back, man. So she wasn't trying to get into no for real with Solange, trying to hold Solange back and then rip that dress that she got to give back to them good designers, man. So, so she probably was trying to stay away from the fracas. And then, as most people have been saying, from the way B responded, it's as if there was a little immunity to the situation, as if this has happened before. Solange has gone off the deep end, even if not on Jay, on somebody else, in this regard. Like, this is almost typical Solange behavior, if you will. But my first thing was, wow, like, Jay didn't stop this. Like, seriously, my very first thought was, Jay didn't make this not happen. Like, how is it that this got past Jay-Z?
Mhm.
Because we all know kind of how secretive Jay is, how under the radar he wants his real life to be, his marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he deserves that. All I think famous people deserve for their real life to be their real life. So it was just
Right.
amazing to me. I wasn't, of course, struck by the fact of, family fighting, and me knowing celebrities, I know that these are people, man. They just got some money in their pockets, and they get to do the things that they enjoy doing. They get to make a living from something that they're good at or something they've been gifted. They lucked up, they got blessed, however you want to call it. But they still, at the end of the day, human beings, and human beings have emotions. And so that part of it didn't surprise me that there was a fight. It did surprise me that Solange would do that where they were, because um, typically most places are surveillanced in some kind of way now, And I've stayed at the Standard, and it's a hoity-toity, high end, upscale place. So I don't know why she wouldn't think that they wouldn't have surveillance in their elevator. Man, you can go to the Comfort Inn or Holiday Inn or some of these
They
places, and
got
they got,
surveillance.
cameras in the elevator. So I'm not sure why Solange jumped the gun there. She had to be really heated. But as far as B making a move, man, again, I can't really say one way or the other whether she should have moved in or not because, of course, there's no audio. We don't really know. Um, as far as what Whoopi Goldberg is talking about hitting a woman, for me, I just was always taught you don't do that. And I definitely, I think, people have even alluded to she may have spit on Jay. I hate that. Spitting on somebody is kind of like one of the worst things you could do. Like for a man, like calling a man the B word and questioning his sexuality and spitting on somebody, them like two things like this, like I'm gonna have to choke you out for that. But still, me, man, I wouldn't. I would try at all costs not to fight a woman. I would, because like my grandfather, and this is a personal thing. When my grandmother, as a younger woman, she was more feisty, so she would try to go at my granddaddy. Sometimes he would. I never saw him hit her. He would grab her arms, to keep her from hitting him. You know what I'm saying? Or he would leave out the room. He would just do things to try to keep the harmony and the peace. I never saw my grandfather hit my grandmother, and so that's just like a big thing for me. I don't like the idea of a man hitting a woman, and of course there's women out here that's way stronger than a lot of men, and there's women who buck up out here too, men like they men. So on the one hand, I can understand if a guy decide, if a woman buck up on him and she spitting you, she hitting you, she going all in, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe you have to do that, but for me personally, I ain't trying to be fighting a woman, man. That just ain't what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, man. I mean, I look. I don't know. Beyonce. I give. I don't know. I don't really care that she didn't do anything. I mean, I'm sure that they're gonna have to talk about it when they get home. I mean, like, it seems like I don't know for her not to help. Maybe Solange had a point, or they understood Solange. They understood like maybe she got like some mental thing going, and she just japping out. Of I don't know. I don't know. But even then, I would think that she would hold Solange back if it was something mental. Because there's rumors about her may being bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that Beyonce should at least like, hey, look, let's go get your medicine, or you hit him, you got to hit me. Or so I don't know, maybe. But other than that, maybe she was just taken up for maybe Beyonce might have told her some stuff, and she was taken up for and Beyonce was just like, yo, you right, you know.
People like Wendy Williams, to take what you saying further, because it's something to be said about when women divulge things in their relationship to other women. Because if you
Mm.
plan to stay with the nigga, then you done ran your mouth off running down this nigga, and then all your family done got mad at the dude, but yet you gonna stay with him. So you have to be careful when you running down your partner to your friends and your family if you're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
stay
that's
with
true.
them. But to take that further, Wendy Williams and other people have been saying, man, that Solange know what she know, or that she seen something that Jay, was flirting with Rachel Roy, or that he was wanting to go to this party and be, with Rihanna instead of being, with Beyonce. And so, if Jay has a habit of kind of slipping off or being flirty, in a way that's disrespectful to his wife, of course, little sister gonna be like, "Hold up, swell up, I'm over this." And it could have been one of them situations, if that is the case, where she just was over it that night. Like, I can't believe you did that here. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if Jay, touched Rachel Ray too intimately. I mean, Rachel, is it Ray or Roy? Roy?
Roy, I
Rachel
think.
Roy. Yeah, Roy. Rachel Roy or any other woman that may have been in that building. If he did something that was, a little less than respectful to his wife, and Solange seen it or noticed it, a lot of people are saying that's why she went in, because JB doing his, in the relationship, he's done some things, or maybe he hit Beyonce. We don't know. But I know there's nothing wrong with a little sister taking up for her big sister. Know that much. I don't have no
Uh,
problems with that. But I also, what I know for sure, man, people don't look at marriage the way I look at marriage. Marriage count in my mind, man. It trumps all of it. Your marriage trumps your kids. Your marriage trumps your family. When a man takes on a woman, that's his new family. And when you raise your kids are gonna leave you. when you marry a woman, you and that woman are to be together until death do you part. So you supposed to really get familiar with your partner. So with that being said, Beyonce, honestly, if she, as far as the vows that I know, as far as the way marriage is set up from a Christian perspective, is everybody moves to the side. Ain't nobody in the circle but the husband and the wife. And I think we had talked about this on the show before. When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to that, man, it's the husband and the wife. So B should have been like, Solange, this is my husband. You want to fall back with that. Fall back to, you know what I'm saying? Like, in some ways, there's supposed to be a loyalty about the marriage that's supposed to be impenetrable from anybody, because you're supposed to be a united front when you married. It's you and that person against the world, honestly. But
Right.
it's something to be said about family, and I know that I think that we'll never really know what happened because of just how private Jay is as a person, which is why again it's all surprising to me that the film even made it out. The TMZ, got a hold to this footage because Jay Z one of them type, like, it just seems like he the type of guy who can put a stop to things before it becomes fodder like this
Right.
has.
Yeah, I think this though. I mean, like them people who filmed them elevator films, they probably bored as hell. Probably don't get paid a lot. Got some juice, boom. You know, something Jay Z couldn't stop because Jay Z didn't know what was gonna happen. Jay
Yeah.
Z probably didn't know Solange. You know, I mean, Solange was gonna do what she did. Probably didn't think it got out. They didn't even look at the camera. So they didn't probably forgot that the elevator's even taping. I mean, I guess they should know, especially after what's happened to the NFL player after he knocked his wife out and drug her in the elevator. You remember you seen that about a couple months?
No, no. When was that?
No, this maybe about 2 months ago. Ray
Really?
Rice uppercutted his wife, boom, and supposedly, and she was knocked out. I'm talking about like she had noodle legs. She was out cold, and he drug into the elevator. He picked her up and then put her down and drug in the elevator and took off. And like he got in trouble for that big time. But so you got to know, man. But in terms of like Solange, man, I just can't think of nothing that Jay Z did besides putting our hands on Beyonce or her to warrant that type of reaction. And I mean I really feel bad for Jay Z, man, because I look at Jay Z. I mean, don't get me wrong, like he don't need me to feel bad for him. He doing well, you know what I'm saying, in terms of success in his craft. But you just he's a rap. I'm into hip hop big time, and he just he's a rap legend. You know what I'm saying, like a living legend. And you kind of see Superman with the kryptonite right there. You kind of see him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but I can say that like he held himself like like with patience, and he like I think I heard Charlamagne the God say that he taught a lot of he consistently teach dudes how to be bigger than afraid, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can sit there and just stick a girl. I mean, but the bodyguard was there. Like so with the whole whoopee comment, like saying should a man hit a in this case, Jay Z did the right thing because that bodyguard was there. Bodyguard was doing a terrible job.
Oh
But
my goodness, man! And that's B bodyguard. That's B's personal bodyguard, Julian,
mhm,
who she's had for a long, long time. Like he famous himself because
right,
everybody know who this dude is. Like because he's been in her employ for a long, long time. So that was just interesting how, particularly toward the end, when he just let Solange go and open the elevator. When to me he should have been in between Jay and Solange, usher Solange on out the elevator. It was like, where was your training, brother? Like, I know you trained on how all of this kind of stuff go down, and I know you done
but
been in this situation before, brother. So why?
right, right.
I don't know. It was just it was like he dropped the ball. Seriously,
I
the
think I think
superior
he went for his
dropped the ball.
I think he went for his fiduciary duties, which was Beyonce. Like, yo, fuck all this. Let me take care of the person who I've been with. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Come out, she came, Beyonce came out that elevator. He went for her. It seemed like, okay, let me make sure ain't nobody, you know, about to do anything to her first.
Yeah.
And then Solange took another shot at Jay-Z. And it's just like, yo, you know what I mean? I don't
But
know.
then raged. That's why I say that wasn't no just Mickey Mouse whatever, just mad at your brother-in-law. Like there was something had to be huge because she was
Mhm.
enraged. The way she was kicking at him, the way she was in his face, like she was just relentless. Relentless, dude. I could
Right,
only imagine what was being said, homeboy. I could only
right.
imagine because she was going hard. She was going like a dude.
And don't get me wrong, like I mean, it's not even my battle, but I'm not mad at Solange, you know. But I'm just, I mean, if Jay Z would have muffed her, like get your ass up, or maybe grab her and cool the fuck out, grab her and shook her, or like, look, after the kick in the nuts or the attempt, I don't know if she kicked and threw something and
Hmm.
spit. Spit don't really bother me, but like punching in my face and all, trying to swing it, if she connects with one of those and like she trying to swing with ruthless intent, in my opinion,
Yeah. Yeah.
So if Jay Z haul off, dodge and bop, just one time, I wouldn't have been mad. Oh, but I will only let me put a caveat on that. I wouldn't have been mad if Jay came on, wrote some type of apology like, "Hey, look, I lost my cool. Y'all see me try to avoid this. I tried to get away from it. She just kept kicking and stuff, and I'm only human. And
Yeah.
I apologize. I shouldn't have let it happen, but I let it happen. It won't happen again. Hopefully, it won't happen again. Hopefully, I won't ever lose my cool after being patient like that. But it happened. Like I'm not mad at Solange for going off. We go off. We have bad moments. Solange, I mean, we should get over this. Jay Z, like I'm part of the whole. I want to be part of the whole feminist movement. And like I was seeing a lot of them, like just laughing about. I wonder what he did. I wonder, and you just, I mean, I understand that this is a male-driven society, a patriarchal society, a sexist society. But I don't know. It's part of me that's really bothered. I'm still gonna claim being a feminist or whatever, but like it just bothers me. I look at my sisters, it's like, yo, y'all think that's funny, but when somebody asks, I wonder what Rihanna did, and of course it is you can't really compare the two, but you can't really ask the question of what a woman did, when a guy does something,
Yeah.
and I just think that that's just almost unrealistic because sometimes you should never put your hands on anybody. That's my whole point. You should never put your hands on anybody. But
Mm.
sometimes it can be just a mental thing that like Chris Brown may have just snapped. What? Apple pies, bam, or you know what I'm saying? Or Jay or Solange could have just snapped, you know what I'm saying? But the past, it seemed like they giving Solange like, oh, he did something. I know he did. Like what? And this is not. I'm not speaking for all feminists. I just saw maybe one, maybe two feminists do it. People that I believe are feminists on my Facebook page. And it's just like ah. And I might have to disagree with y'all. You know what I'm saying on this one. You know what I'm saying. But I'm still for the movement. You know what I'm saying. I'm still for equality and all that stuff. It's just you just man, dude. If he did not exude patience, we looking at a Jay Z that might be losing everything that he worked so hard to get. You know, and Jay Z. I feel like Jay Z should have pressed charges on her to just prove a
Mm,
point.
mm,
You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like that's what they would have did to a man.
mm.
Like she coming in there just swinging off. You just can't. I mean, how are we gonna teach women? Because a lot of women do this, man. Not a lot, not everyone, but a lot of women, feel like they can, just, swing at you or, I mean, if they didn't hit you, I mean, a lot of women try your manhood, but if they swing at you, knocking stuff out, like, trying to hurt you with reckless abandonment because you may have done something or said something, that's just foul, man. It's just like, you wouldn't accept that from another man. You wouldn't accept that from
So,
another person.
is there ever a time when hitting women is necessary or appropriate?
Man, dude, I had an ex-girlfriend, and we had this conversation, and she said, it's never, I don't know, something happened with somebody in the news where somebody hit somebody, and we were talking about it, and she was like, it's never appropriate to ever hit anybody. And I said, oh, whoa, whoa. I said, let me just be honest. You know what I'm saying? If you got a weapon, if you got a knife, if you got a bat, you got a gun, you got hot grits, yeah, I feel like your face is fair game. I'm just gonna be honest about the situation. I feel like I should be able to defend myself, and she felt like I shouldn't want to defend myself. I should let it happen. You know, I should let whatever you. I'm like, what? Well, maybe you should
just let the hot grits happen.
No, man, I couldn't go with that logic. I'm just like, no, I'm not letting you swing on me with a bat. She said, why don't you just take the bat? I'm not thinking about taking no bat. I'm thinking about it's fight or flight now. You know what I'm saying? If you got a weapon, you fair game. You know what I'm saying? Now if it's just you talking that mess, I feel like I can walk away. You can spit on me. I feel like I can walk away. This is just me personally. You know, you might get away with a smack or two. You might. Most likely you will. Hopefully, I mean, because this is me speaking about if I'm not in my right mind or if I'm just all worked up after something you said that's just kind of true, like, yo, dick small, you bitch ass nigga, bang! You know? And you're like, oh, you're like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you got to kind of, recollect yourself and like get back to that person you can be, that person with class, and so that's the only time I feel like, you should be able to hit a woman, is if she has a weapon or, she just come bombing on you, like just out of nowhere. You're like, boom, 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 boom. You're like, whoa, at least get some room. Yeah, I ain't saying just get on top of it. 1, 2, do a countdown. But I don't know. What you think?
Like I said, man, I'm gonna try to the best of my ability, whether she got a weapon or not, man, to try to flee the situation. But you never know, like when the situation is heated, emotions are raw, things happen. But I have to go on record as saying I'm not an advocate of men hitting women, and then like as you said, just further to take that even further. You don't need to be putting them paws on nobody for real, without just cause. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to put the paws on people over something that they said, or you know what I'm saying? Like hold them paws for when you really need them paws. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Especially men.
Yeah.
Men got it bad for just hitting somebody for something they said. I mean,
Yeah.
they got. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Keith.
But yeah, that's the difference in a boy and a man. You see what I'm saying? A boy gon' want to fight over anything, including words. A man, knows that the words don't matter. A
Right.
real man know that. And to close this out on Jay-Z now, man, I'm gonna agree with I don't know if you said who did you say was commending Jay about his behavior?
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne of all people, Charlemagne the God. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be in collusion with Charlemagne, man. Jay gonna take a whole lot of hits from rap dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the way that genre of music is. So I'm quite sure,
Yeah.
folks is gonna come with him within the next couple months or even years about Solange going in on him in an elevator. That's gonna come up in some witty ways and some music. But for real, in a real way, I think Jay-Z, just like how he put a lot of dudes on button ups. You know what I'm saying? Like he started a movement when he started being on his grown man and talking about button up shirts. In the same way here, man. And that's the whole reason why I gotta go here. This is the whole reason why, man, God allows people to get to certain levels and to be in the public eye. It ain't never about you, because there's always somebody more talented than you. So when you are given these opportunities, it's for you to press upon people the right way to do things. And he really pressed upon young men that this is what you do. This is how you handle a situation like this. You try to fend yourself, but you don't fight a woman back. And you try to stay as cool, calm, and collected as possible. And I think he did a really, really good job of doing that in that situation. So hats off to that man for showing these guys that you can still be a man and not fight your sister-in-law.
Yeah, and well, I do. I definitely agree with you, Keith. And I will say this: that Jay Z would probably come after somebody. He probably would throw a barb or a jab at somebody if that happened to somebody else. His old slick ass. So
Absolutely.
somebody definitely. Hey, what up, G?
What's up, man?
G done snuck in the room.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up?
You alright, man?
No, I just sorry I'm late.
No,
I was getting an oil change. I have to go to Philly tomorrow for a funeral on Saturday. So
oh shit.
yeah, two of my friends died last Saturday. One in Philly and one in DC. So I'm feeling. I'm moving. I'm keeping it moving.
Man, dude, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, we glad you would even come in and join us, man.
Right.
Having had losses like that back to back, because man, as we've been talking, life is real. It's happening out here, man, and you ain't never got to apologize for late not coming, none of that, because we get it. Life is happening, man, and our prayers to you, man, and to the family members and friends of the two friends that you lost, man. Sorry to hear that, G.
Yeah, one of my boy here in DC. Well, both of them died on Saturday. My boy in Philly died Saturday afternoon. He had a severe case of COPD, lung disease, and telling kids, don't smoke early, quit smoking. He was a smoker since he was like 13. You know what I'm saying? He was a hardcore smoker, and he's been like really sick for like 10 years. And he finally died on Saturday. And then my boy on Saturday night died here in DC. He was on Indian Head Highway, which DC, I'm sure Keith, you remember Indian Head Highway with like the little drag strip. And he was on his motorcycle and lost control of his motorcycle and died. So they both died on this past Saturday, and both of them funeral are in the coming Saturday. So I had to make a decision on which one to go to. I'm going to Philly. I'm leaving tomorrow to go to Philly. So,
man, that's a tough decision for you to have to make. So how did you get through this? I mean, because I'm sure this is still fresh, man. So like, how you doing? Like,
well, I mean, my boy in Philly, I've known him like for the last 10 years. I mean, we go out of town together. We party like we couldn't party no more in Miami and in Philly and DC and fucking LA. And I mean, we party. And my boy in DC, I've only known him for a couple years, but we were still real tight. But he got a lot. He got a lot of family and friends. His motorcycle club. He was also a peer counselor in Baltimore for young kids, and he's gonna have a lot of support at his funeral.
Right.
So, for me, it was more important to go to Philadelphia because my boy in Philly didn't have as much support as my boy in DC does. So
I think that and of course my opinion don't matter in this, but just chiming in, man. I think basing your decision on just what you said, what is ideal, man, because and I didn't know the guy, of course, either guys, but I definitely have seen the young man in DC because I got so many friends in DC,
Right.
Maryland still. I've seen in my timeline, since then, a lot of people talking about what's his name, George?
Jay.
Jay, exactly. I've seen a lot of that, so I knew that there was a lot of support over there for him because I've been seeing him in my Facebook timeline this whole week. People saying things about him. So I'm glad
And you probably
that you're going to a place where he doesn't have as much support.
and Keith, you probably met Damien. Damien and Casey are like best of friends. You remember Casey from Philly?
Yeah, well, if he was around Casey at some point, then I'm sure I know him
Yeah.
or know of him rather.
Yeah. They were like best of friends, and I met Damien through Casey, and we hung out and partied and chilled a lot. He was a character, and he'd be both of them will be sorely missed. But it's been and me with dealing with my personal
Yo,
my personal issues. This what's up, Sean?
What up, Sean G?
hey man, hey, I just called to tell y'all, man down, man. This shit got my, yo, I ain't,
That kid look like, dude, you look like, I'm not even gonna say what you look like.
It look like somebody just put that ooey thigh on you.
man, I ain't fucking with you niggas tonight, man. Oh
Dude, you
shit.
look like you look like you done got ran through like you like somebody treated you like free booty.
Oh, Sean, you are hilarious, dude.
Hilarious.
You niggas
What
is
the
dumb,
fuck you
man.
got, man?
I don't know, man. This shit, I don't even know, dude.
Playing around with them
Niggas,
kids.
niggas say I
See?
got that Arthur Ashe, man.
Oh.
Damn, come on.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Playing around with all them
Yo,
kids. You playing around with all them
bring
kids at work.
You
y'all
brought
listen
MERS
though.
back into the country, nigga.
Man, so dude, I'm gonna try to chime in though, like, but I ain't gonna be on camera though, man. I got, man, shit.
Man, dude. You got SARS in this bitch.
You niggas.
Why? I don't know why you coming on camera cheering me up.
Yeah,
I'm
hey, yo,
feeling
we
down
was
like
having a deep
shit.
conversation, my G.
Word,
Yeah, you was
word.
coming relief. We needed you to come through
Yeah,
here,
dude.
brother. You have no clue.
How the hell you laying on the bed like that, man?
Hey, man.
You laying on the bed like somebody done wore you out, dog. Don't be
man.
like that.
Hold
Like,
on,
Nigga,
Mark. That was my
nigga,
thought. Was
nigga,
why
look at,
this
nigga,
man
look at,
laid on this bed like that?
hey, look at my head, man. My shit sweating like a slave and all that, man. Like, I got a fever or some shit, man. A fever for the flavor or something, man.
Man, I don't know. They calling you young Michael Sam right now, man.
You laid on that bed like Michael Sam knocked you in the back of the head, dog.
You
Speak to Michael
niggas.
Sam.
You
Too
niggas.
soon,
You
brother.
niggas.
Too soon.
Way too soon, man. You
Hey, George,
niggas, man.
Versace you wearing, man?
What?
Is that
What's
Versace you wearing, my G?
No, dog. This ain't no damn Versace. This is
Versace?
Versace. No, this I don't know. This
Jesus.
It's fresh though.
I don't know.
It is fresh though.
Hey, yeah, you out here, boy.
Yeah, man.
God
Oh,
damn, y'all
shit.
cool, man.
After work wear. Yeah.
All right,
George,
since somebody brought it up, let's go on and move on into Michael Sam so we can get in and get off of him.
look at the head.
Pause.
God damn, boy.
Pause.
Oh, no, yeah, pause. My Michael Sam is, come on, man.
Hey, wait. Y'all had already started recording?
Yeah,
We've been recording, my G.
Oh, y'all some niggas, yo. Man, let me get the fuck up off of this camera, man. Y'all.
I thought you knew.
No.
You done came in and you knew he was up. Niggas don't be playing that shit.
Nah, I swear. Nah, I thought the show started at 9.
Hell no, you knew the story started.
It started at 9. Okay.
I can't with this guy.
Oh, man. Y'all niggas got your boy
Well,
internalized
well,
on some old shit.
well,
Come
well,
on, man. your female fans need to see this, man. They need to
Come
see
yeah,
both
they
on.
need
sides
to
of
see your,
Charlotte.
they need to see your vulnerable side.
Yeah, they
Oh
do. I
man.
agree with George, man. They do need to see the vulnerable side right now.
Man, nigga, I'm finna hit this bathroom, man. I ain't fucking with you niggas. I'ma listen.
Uh,
I'ma listen in though. All right.
uh,
All right,
mm-hmm.
all right. So look, I was
Oh,
George. I was telling Keith that oh, did you see my? I don't know if you saw my message in there, but I was telling Keith that I responded to somebody's Michael Sam article
Okay.
that they wrote, and it was a conservative blogger who wrote, basically saying that Michael Sam ain't really do nothing. He ain't about nothing. All he is about money. This, that, and the third.
He ain't done shit.
Right.
Did you
So
see?
all I said
Did you
was,
see that cat? Did you see that cat? Combine trials. That dude did not prove himself worth getting drafted.
did you see his season though? Did you see it? You see
Well,
his SEC?
he has proven himself on the field as far
Exactly.
as during his college years. But when
Hmm.
it came time to prove himself in Columbines, he came up kind of lackluster. So
Yeah, and
He
that's
deserved
fine.
to get drafted though. He deserved to get drafted.
he deserved to get drafted because he's gonna be an outstanding player, and because unfortunately because he is who he is, a lot of guys are not going to defend or tackle him or do a lot of things because they have an issue with him. And he gonna get over and get by. Some people gonna try him, okay? Of course, he gonna get the obligatory, throat check by several cats on the field. That's gonna happen
Every game,
every
every
game.
single game, he is gonna
But
get that.
yeah, but
They didn't do Riley Cooper like that
Man, how you know? How do you know?
mm,
because Riley Cooper had a good season.
That don't mean nothing. That just mean that he played on a pretty decent team. The Eagles made the playoffs.
You don't see Riley Cooper complaining about getting injured or nothing. Anyway, look, this is my point though, George.
yeah,
So I responded. I just said, "Hey, look, I respectfully disagree with this blogger, but I support his First Amendment right, his First Amendment rights." And this dude, some dude who's a friend of the dude who put the post up was like, "You a faggot? You like dick in your booty? You bitch, you this, that, and the third." I'm
Say
like,
that about you?
"Yeah." I'm like, "Damn."
Oh damn.
these cats can go hard when they done had dick in their booty before. So of course they're gonna
Damn.
go on you. That's how I feel.
But it's just
Yeah.
like this is what Michael Sam to go through, and I hope he's ready. They say he going for he getting a reality show too, like
Oh yeah,
another
oh
blog.
yeah. Offered that man a show on, did she?
Hey,
that,
look,
Oh
that
wow.
nobody gonna watch. Really, I mean,
but here's the thing though. I say get that money, man, because
why you
first of
can?
all you was a seventh round draft pick. You're supposed to be fourth round, no higher than fourth round. You the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, right? So that's about some bullshit in my opinion, my personal opinion.
Hmm.
You probably ain't gonna get a lot. You might not even make the team. So I say, man, dude, get that reality show. Ain't nobody gonna see your face with the helmet on like that. You know what I'm saying? I say get all that money, man.
Oh
Yeah,
he
I
oh
I think,
mean,
oh he gonna make the team.
oh,
huh?
he gonna make the
Oh he
team.
making that team.
Oh,
Hey, look,
I
I
mean,
hope so, but if he get cut, it wouldn't surprise me.
it wouldn't because it wouldn't surprise me. But now that he's been given this, oh damn dog, oh. But
That's that like green yellow snot.
that's that green yellow side and shit.
Man,
But
this thing got real
he
on this show tonight,
Did
man.
did y'all see that?
no,
Oh
Yeah,
y'all
but
just
thank
heard it.
you,
we can
Jesus.
tell
My hearing it was enough.
Oh my bad, my bad.
that
I
that
was
shit
trying.
came up out of your throat and shit. Oh,
Hey man, y'all don't even want to know what color it is. This shit look
Oh,
like Tang.
not tan. Oh,
No,
but
like Tang. You
no, I
remember the
mean,
orange juice Tang?
oh, Oh my god. But
Man,
I
get your
mean,
sick ass
how
off
did
this
he?
computer before you infect me.
But
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
get something through this computer foolishness, boy.
but
Man.
now that he's been given a second chance to um, redeem himself from his horrible Columbine, he gonna do his thing. He gonna do his thing, and he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Um, I just think it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of. It's gonna be a lot of hoopla for the first maybe 1 or 2 games, and then they'll get over it. I mean, it ain't like he the first. I mean, he the first to be out and proud, I guess, about it up front. But I mean, you had what was to do? Say y'all. You had
Sean, hit mute, my G.
huh?
Telling Sean to hit mute.
Oh, my fault, my fault, my fault.
That dude on party
Go.
line. Are you on the
Fuck.
That
party line?
nigga. Tam,
Not the party.
you said that nigga playing the boys.
That nigga on the party line trying to get a date when he's sick. Really?
That nigga playing Ralph Trimble and Sister.
What is happening right now?
But I think he's gonna be.
You niggas is dumb, man.
I think he's gonna be hoopla for the first couple games, and then as usual, it will fade away. Like, I mean, who even remember who Jason Collins is? I mean, really, nobody. I mean, really, y'all care for all of 2 seconds until the next camera come up, and then it's over. So
They said that, from what I'm understanding, is most people cool with the dude being gay. It's the kiss. It's they cool with you being gay, long as you gay at your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool that you let us know you gay, but all the kissing on camera, like, from my understanding, most people is getting offended. The people who are offended are not necessarily offended with him being gay. They're offended with the kissing,
with
and I
seeing
guess
it,
the intimacy that has been shown and definitely is gonna be shown moving forward as these guys continue to knock this closet down they've been in all the time.
well, like I said, they don't get over it. They don't watch enough Will and Grace at this point, and Ella and everybody else. They gonna get.
Will and Grace, though?
Will and Grace, definitely.
Stupid.
But I mean, at this point, really, y'all. I mean, seriously, the American attention span is all of 5 minutes. And once it's over, and y'all move on. And which is not necessarily a downside of America, but it's kind of one of our positives that, we shocked and we surprised for about all of 5 minutes. And we get over it. He's still gonna go to, play games in Green Bay, or he's gonna go and play a game in Denver, and it's gonna be some smoke in the city. Or he's gonna go and play in Texas, and there'll be some smoke in the city for all of 5 minutes. But then you get over it, and that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes hand out.
Yo, Sean.
Hey, so
You're not
you
boo
need
booing, man. You're not boo booing
yo,
on. I hope that ain't boo boo plops that we hearing, my G.
Did you?
what y'all hearing?
We hear bloop bloop.
Did you bloop 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 on tick?
At least you have the
Oh,
decency to
y'all
watch
heard
your
that? Oh,
hands.
my bad.
Oh,
Damn.
My bad.
Your woman, your friends
I
gonna
didn't know
love you
y'all
for this.
heard that.
That's all good. You making the show interesting.
I
Hey, look,
didn't know y'all heard that. My bad.
I can't believe it. Believe that I'm
Hey,
gonna say this.
is this
Huh?
is it wait, is this supposed to be purple though? Like, y'all ever had that purple shit, like
Come
like
on,
Grimace from
If it's
McDonald's?
I'm
no,
not.
if
not that
it's
grimace shit.
if
Not
it's
tonight.
purple, then you need to go to the hospital. 'Cause no,
I'm not dealing with y'all.
I'm actually being very serious.
Man.
I'm being very
You're a
Man, you
fucking
niggas
alien
is
if it's
dumb, man.
purple, my G.
y'all niggas know I ain't in no damn bathroom, man.
I'm about to say, if it's
I,
typhoid, then you need to go to the hospital because that means you got blood in your stool. That means something
No, bro.
broken or cut
No.
somewhere, and you need to get checked immediately.
man,
No,
dude.
I'm
But look,
good.
on this Michael Sam thing, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think that people that's for LGBT rights, I think we need to kind of have a little bit more understanding that this is. I mean, this is shocking to people, man. Like, of course, I'm on Michael Sam. I'm on Michael Sam's side here. I feel like that it was crack with Jason whoever his name is.
Jason
Tyler.
But now,
Collins and
but
Junior
Jason Collins,
Seau and
but now, but
and
now he done
basketball.
opened that door and niggas finna run through it. I'm talking about in about 5 years. It's gonna be the coldest quarterback ever. That's gonna be gay as hell, and he gonna be killing. He gonna be breaking Peyton Manning records, all that stuff, and I can't wait. It's gonna
I'm
be.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say it like this, and I'm I'm one of the strongest LGBT advocates. I just don't want my quarterback dressed in drag. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
don't
sorry.
do it.
That and
It might be too late, George.
not that there's anything wrong if that's what you into, that's what you like to do. But I think there are certain limits as far as you bringing your personal world into public view.
So the kissing wasn't personal?
The kissing was very personal, but it's not unusual.
How did y'all feel about the kissing?
I kind of felt like because I ain't gonna say why I felt like it was but it was
Because
but
it was with a white man and not a black man.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a whole nother show, y'all.
Now, I'm just saying, and I'm saying that to G because he know that a lot of LGBT men who are attracted to men, particularly us. Real, I mean, the show is
real
about real
talk. This
talk, so we're
real
gonna
talk.
real talk it out. So real talk, it's a lot of black dudes who think because this man that came out gay that they got a chance with him, but then bloop, here he go kissing the white man on TV and they mad. It is some black dudes out here hot and livid because the big
Oh,
homie,
wow.
Michael Sam got the white boy, and the same was if somebody else got a white man
The
just came out.
the basketball player from Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he
really?
go with a white man out in Hollywood. That brings in a whole other thing. A lot of people who will get mad because they feel like these black boys got snow bunnies.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
I'm I'm the biggest supporter of the LGBT community. I'm one of the biggest supporters, but I can't lie. The kiss was yucky to me. Like it's just okay. But at the
Ugh.
same time, I don't. I mean, I haven't seen enough of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not what I do. I don't know if I can kiss a man with little stubbles on his beard. I just that's just me. It's like I would
Well,
have
Let me,
to
I
have
don't
the
know.
same.
I guess
Try it
can I,
out.
honestly,
can I
Just
I
like,
interject for a
guess
second?
wait.
In
But just like
DC,
I have to understand that me kissing my fiance might be yucky to somebody that don't like girls. I mean, that's why I'm just saying, like, the people that's for LGBT rights have to have somewhat of patience and understanding because, like, this is, people are trying to hold on to their religious beliefs, their just beliefs of what a man is and what a man does. They don't even have to, because there's a lot of atheists that don't like this either, that complain about this also, you know. So, I mean, like, we kind of got to be patient and have the conversation, not just going out and be like, you fucking homophobe and calling each other names back and forth because, people right to be Donald Sterling or be whoever, to say what they feel. Not to call people Donald Sterling that don't like Michael Sam, but to say what they really feel about it, especially if they don't understand it, they don't get it. This is not what they do. So that's just what I think right now.
I guess being in DC where it's actually very, I mean, DC is, I mean, a lot more liberal even than New York City. DC is a
Really.
very, very, very liberal city,
Mm.
and it is not uncommon to see two men, two women, whoever, holding hands, walking down the street, kissing, whatever. It is just not uncommon. And so I think being in this environment makes you um, tend to be a lot more tolerant of people and saying, you do you as long as you don't impact me. I think that, I mean, being in an environment like that makes you kind of like blasé, like whatever. They doing them, as long as, they ain't trying to fill on my butt, I'm fine. So, that's where we stand. But, it's also, you get into a lot of times, reading articles about Michael Sam as well as the other dude from University of University of
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Both of them were with these like Michael Sam has been with this white boy for like 5, 6 years. He's been with him all through college, and the dude at UMass, he's been with the dude from Hollywood. He's been with him like 2 or 3 years. So it's like you can't fault who they who they want. If that's who they love, that's who they love. You're gonna have to get over it. And I think we as a society are coming to a point where uh, we're going to have to get less involved in what other people do and be more concerned about what's going on in our own lives. And I think um, that
I think that's gonna be
my,
tough, George, with social media though.
oh yeah, it's gonna be tough, but I think social media being what it is, it's going to expose people so much that eventually that they're just gonna not necessarily get over it, but get used to it. And and then once you get used to it, then possibly you get over it. So
I think that's the biggest thing with this whole gay agenda. That it seems like that's a lot. That's what a lot of people would argue that people just want you to get used to it, and then they link it to race relations. Say, well, just like black people, it's like white folks had to get used to black people integrating with them. Y'all gotta, you straight people need to get used to us gay people. We have a voice. So I can't argue that. I can't argue that they have a voice, but do I agree with them? No, but that's not for me to judge.
right,
But my thing with Michael Sam though is if the dude can ball, I'm just not a proponent of, and I talked about this before. I'm not a proponent of doing stuff just because. I think we had the conversation before about affirmative action. I'm not a proponent of doing stuff just because of a particular thing that you have or are. Like, I don't think people should be hired just because they're black. I think they should be hired because they're black and they have skills. I don't think Michael Sam should be drafted because he's gay. I think he should be drafted because he's gay and he has skills. Now he gets out there and he stinks up the joint, and they like keeping him on the team just because he brings ratings or because they know people are going to watch the games. And now, you have a whole different, because truthfully, the bottom line is what's important, and that's that dollar. So if
right.
he's generating more revenue for the team because people are now paying attention to the Rams haven't been relevant in 15 years.
Years.
So, and
Not
George,
been
you from
relevant.
St. Louis, so you
Yes, I know. They haven't been relevant in years.
right.
They haven't
They were
been relevant
competitive
since
last
they
year,
moved
though.
from LA. So,
They did what?
they ain't been relevant since they moved from LA.
That's a
What you say,
lie.
Mark? Well, no, they won the Super Bowl in 2000, right?
Yeah, with Kurt
Yep.
Warner.
2001 something. Yeah. And they were good.
Yeah.
They were good for about 3 or 4 years. That's the greatest show on turf.
The greatest show on turf,
No doubt,
baby.
But what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is though that I don't think that people should say, well, they shouldn't have drafted him more. But I think that's cool drafting. People drafted Tebow. He's no longer in the league. It's just a matter of if you can produce, my dude, produce. And don't try to make me. I don't think that I could be speaking just out of ignorance for me, but I don't think that heterosexual people are like, this is my lifestyle, and you better love it. It's just like they do what they do. And so I think if they have that same attitude with homosexuals and say, well, that's their lifestyle, they do what they do, everybody will be fine. Like, don't try to force me to say like, oh well, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's natural. That's the way it's supposed to be. I ain't going for that.
Okay.
I can't go for that. No.
But see, this is the
No
thing about
can do.
Sam. This St. Louis had a pretty good team last year. Had a really good defense, so it's gonna be tough for him to even fit in. But
It is.
the thing is though too, I see a lot of people comparing Michael Sam and Tim Tebow. Yo, Tim Tebow, I don't know why the league threw him out. I don't think it was because he's a Christian, because the whole league, not 80% of the league is nothing but Christian. I don't think Tebow was doing anything bad. Tebow wasn't producing with. People were scared of his skills. He didn't have enough skills. To me, he took a team to the playoffs. I'm a Tebow fan personally.
So Tebow doesn't play anymore in the league?
Nope. And it's not.
What happened?
He
decided to quit, or they fired him. What happened?
They cut him. They cut him because he was a buster basically. He had a bad season.
We had to call him a buster. Man.
I mean, he did horrible with the Jets.
He had a couple horrible.
That's because the Jets were horrible.
Yes,
that's true.
I mean, Michael Vick had star potential, but he don't work well with every team. Every team
right.
work
That's
well
true.
with him. So I mean, yeah, you get cut. Okay, you move on.
KB. I'm sorry, George.
No, go ahead, Mark.
What up?
The position of quarterback, you have coaches that's purists. They want to see you be the prototypical pocket quarterback. This is why black quarterbacks have such a tough issue with the league, because they want you to sit there and look down the barrel of a gun and take these hits by these 280-pound, possibly roided up linebackers. And people like Michael Vick and other people that played the quarterback position, and even Tebow, they like, fuck that, I'm about to make something happen.
Right.
And that's not prototypical. And when once you don't do what coaches want you to be, who coaches want you to be, then they're gonna cut you. So I will compare Michael Sam and Tebow this way. If there's a stereotype about you, and perception is reality to people that already believe something. So they already believed before Tebow came in that he wouldn't be a good NFL quarterback. So Tebow showed them different. Tebow showed them that he took the Broncos to the playoffs. He got cut from that team. He got traded or something, and then got cut from the Jets next season. So perception is reality to these coaches. Just like perception is reality to the coaches for Michael Sam. They're going to say, oh, well, he's going to be an issue, a circus, a media circus for the team. And he may be. They may be right, but they not even give it. Well, at least the Rams are giving them a chance to see.
The Rams need a damn media circus. They need some kind of attention to come to the team. Hell, they ain't doing nothing else.
Yeah.
By the way, what a team to go to. The Rams being gay.
Exactly. That's what I said when he got drafted. I'm like, wow.
I mean,
let the jokes begin.
I mean, for the Rams, who were the first team to ever draft a black man, to also go and draft the first openly gay player, that's gonna be some.
I ain't calling no names or nothing, but when we was at TSU, I knew some people who told me firsthand that there was a player on the Titans who I would not call for fear of retribution that was taking it in the booty too. And he was a hell of a player too. I ain't gonna even front.
The young Eddie
George player.
Yeah, it was a good play. Everybody, Sean, you ain't gotta lie.
Yancey
it wasn't George. I swear.
Everybody in Nashville had heard about that because they had heard that they had heard from whoever they had heard from that they knew he was dating whatever, and the dude went to TSU
Right.
that he was dating. So don't.
Right. Right.
But it was,
Oh,
but you know, it was a
oh, so
Yancey
different.
this is true,
Pigpen?
George. This ain't just me. I ain't calling no
Yancey,
names,
Yancey
brother.
Thigpen, yes,
Oh,
Everybody,
okay.
Come
everybody heard
on,
about
man.
that.
Y'all
I didn't
done.
hear
Oh,
about that
Woo.
shit.
oh, tough crowd, tough crowd.
Red tough crowd, man. Y'all can't just be calling people out like that,
I
man.
was just about to say, man, we might be liable for something. We ain't got no money to pay.
I'm.
None.
I ain't said it was true. I
Allegedly,
just
allegedly.
said
As long as we put
that.
the
I
word
just said that
allegedly
that
in
was
there, we
that
should be
was
fine. Allegedly.
allegedly
Now,
that was
now, can I?
the rumor going around that he was dating a dude at TSU, and
Yeah, that's what I heard. I
But
heard
I'm gonna
about
say
the
this.
player that I'm talking about. I don't know who you guys are talking about, but
yeah,
the player.
From my understanding, particularly when them dudes were staying on our campus during the summer, there was, I know 1 year for sure, maybe 2 years that they did that, but it was more than one player.
yes, it sure was. It
Yeah, I'm
was a,
gonna
it
let
was
that
a,
go.
it
But
was
yeah,
a,
it was more
it
than
was
one
another player as
Tennessee
well
Titan
who
that was making his
supposedly
way
is.
around TSU campus, and it wasn't over there at Wilson Hall.
Oh wow,
Oh
wow,
Yeah.
wow, indeed. Try boy.
Wilson Hall.
that old zoo.
Uh-huh. There was a couple zoos at TSU, from what I heard.
It all was a zoo. No
What?
shade, TSU. Love you.
None whatsoever.
I love my alma mater, but yeah, a whole lot of things went on that campus, supposedly, allegedly.
Every
So,
campus,
Damn.
bro.
I
Every
forgot
campus.
I forgot the Titan stayed on our campus. I sure went to summer school that year.
Yep, me too.
Mhm. Mhm. A
yeah.
lot of people went to summer school that year.
Niggas was
By the
just
way,
no niggas was just in school. They weren't taking no classes. They were just on campus.
I had a gay roommate too, man. That's fucked up. I was
Ooh,
mad at first too.
Why?
why?
Because I didn't know no better. I wasn't like I was now. Understanding, I was like, man, this nigga's gay as hell. That's why I was back then. I wasn't understanding. I was just like, man, this dude might try to do something to me or whatever. That
Right.
nigga ain't tried
Well,
nothing. He was cool as fuck.
uh-huh. I have one. I'm about to say one of them. I and that's not even nice.
One of them, huh?
One of them. That's not. But I mean, it was. I think college in general is a growing experience, and I want to get y'all opinion on something that's been kind of in the news lately. Uh, HBCU versus PWIs,
Right.
which are predominantly white institutions,
Mm.
Institutions, right?
and
You are.
and how there are a variety of people who go to PWIs who feel like their 4.0 is better than the HBCU 4.0.
Mm.
Where do y'all stand?
Well,
I mean, I went to I went to both. I went to a predominantly white institution and to a HBCU, and I know for a fact that I learned more at a HBCU than I learned at that predominantly white HBCU. I had a 4.0 I had a 394 at a PWI, and I ain't know shit because I had some white people doing my homework. So I mean, I
oh
know,
damn, you just pimping. Pimping ain't easy.
hey, some mushrooms and a little green to get some white boys to do a whole lot
them
of
damn,
homework. Don't get it
them
twisted.
damn shrooms.
So I know I was forced to learn and acclimate at a different level at HBCU than at a PWI. But there are a lot of whites who feel like if, well, a lot of blacks who feel like there are a lot of blacks who feel like going to Cornell versus going to Morehouse is like not even the same league.
But when we're talking about that, George, when we're talking about what's better and what's worse or whatever, I think that the problem is not the problem, but the issue becomes, what is the value of your degree? Right. So when we're talking about the value of your degree, well, who the hell are giving the jobs? So if it's an institution, we hell, we know, white people know it as well, and any other nationality knows it, that if I am a Harvard grad, if I'm sitting on at a desk overlooking resumes, and I see a Harvard grad and I see a TSU grad, they got the exact same credentials, same GPA, they had the same internship. 9 times out of 10, Harvard is gonna get that job. Why? Because of the reputation. So when we're talking about I think the value really is determined by the people instead of the employers, because I think that really could be the only explanation for why someone would say that this degree is better than that degree, or this, my degree from TSU is not as good as my degree from UT. Same state,
right?
Maybe the same requirements for a particular major, but if if 70% of the jobs,
they both from the Tennessee Board of Regents, so they both got to have the same qualifications for graduation. So,
what you think, KB?
I always heard that, going to PWIs or even Ivy League schools, of course, it's harder. The courses are harder, the work is more rigorous, and that it takes more to earn an A at these places than it does at, community college or your average 4-year school or an HBCU. That's what I've heard. But because I've only been to an HBCU and then I'm currently in seminary, I can't speak to that as to whether the curriculum is harder or it's harder to get an A from one place or another. I can just go by what people have said, and people have always expressed that. That doesn't make it true or right, but that's just what I've always heard. But again, to me, when I was looking for a school, man, I ain't even want to go to no 4-year school. I was gonna divide out, honestly. But to me, you should go to a school where your school is known for whatever it is. Like, at the time, and I don't know if this is still the case, we had like this banging engineering department. Like our engineering department was known worldwide. So if you want to be an engineer, you probably need to go to TSU. So you should go wherever your expertise or whatever you're studying is held in high regard. That makes more sense to me than trying to get the easy A or the hard A or the easy C or the hard C. Go where your craft is respected the most.
Yeah, I agree with that. I had a teacher named Dr. Sturgeon. And I don't know if y'all had Dr. Sturgeon also, but she didn't get no fucks. I mean, she was giving out A's. And I imagine if I would have went to Syracuse, which is my first choice, or Missouri, which are major communication schools, or Northwestern. Perception is reality to people. I could have had a Dr. Sturgeon there, but I went to Syracuse, Missouri, or Northwestern. So, I mean, I guess, people have a lot to gain, a lot to lose by not sticking up for schools that cost them a lot of money, because you go to these schools and you got this reputation. So it's really to get these jobs, to have these networks. So ain't no way you going to let HBCU, beat you out in the game of marketing. You don't even want them on your list. Like, what? Of course you're going to down HBCUs, but I agree with Keith. It depends on what you want to major in. FAMU got some good programs. Howard and Morehouse, great programs, but, I don't know. If I could have went to a white school, I would have went to a white school. I wanted to, but I went to TSU only to please my mom, because she wanted me to go to a black school. But I would have went to a white school because of perception that, once you come out, you have people, at your beck and call wanting your resume. So that's what I think.
Right. I mean, especially, I know doctors that have come out of Meharry and doctors that have come out of Johns Hopkins. And the ones that have come out of Meharry were much better prepared to be doctors than the ones that came out of Johns Hopkins.
KB, you alright?
Because Meharry is in the hood. You deal with gunshot victims. You deal with all the really serious cases where you have to make serious decisions. Johns Hopkins is a research hospital, and it's all nice and it's very pretty, and they got all the latest modern equipment, but they can't teach you how to be a real doctor. So I mean, you go. I mean, a lot of people would say, go where your status will get you a job, but I've always felt like you need to go where you gonna learn something. And even at this point, if I had to go back and do it again and go back and take the MCAT and all that stuff all over again and pick a med school, I would, even though I went to HBCU, I would still pick Meharry over going to Johns Hopkins or Wake Forest or Emory because, well, not necessarily Emory, because Emory has a great program. But yeah, there are some HBCUs that I would still definitely pick over Ivy League or top of the line PWIs because they're going to teach me to be. They would teach me to be the type of doctor that I needed to be. So, I mean.
Well, then too, I think the question has to be asked, like, what is it that you want out of your collegiate experience as well? I mean, hell, if you want to know how you want to know how to nay to your band, you probably want to go to a black school.
Come on,
I mean,
that's all we about.
That's just one of the. That's not. I'm saying that's just one thing. I'm just saying. Y'all excuse me.
What you trying to say, Sean? If you want to know how to play spades and be a whiz, you go to
spades and be a whiz. Fried chicken and biscuit.
But I'm saying, I mean, that's not all we're about. What I'm saying is there's an equal balance, just like there's an equal balance on PWI campuses. I mean, hell, y'all don't know how them frat boys and frat chicks be getting. I mean, not frat chicks, but sorority chicks be getting it in at them PWIs.
They party. You ain't never.
Even been to
it's very rare that you
a party.
See it. I've never seen when they come out with the top 10 party school list. You don't never see an HBCU.
Ain't never no HBCU. Never.
And you not gonna see an HBCU.
Never.
Y'all can't party like them folks party.
Nah, you ain't. Party. Your bread ain't that high.
Y'all ain't even on kegs yet. Y'all ain't even got up to
y'all niggas showing up with 6-packs, man.
Exactly.
6-pack.
Exactly.
6-pack. My daddy owned a restaurant up the street. I got unlimited access. What is you doing? Like,
right.
I'm telling you, when I was in high school and we went to the U of I Champaign Urbana, we partied like it wasn't no tomorrow. I ain't partied like that at TSU when I was in high school, but at U of I Champaign, we partied. We got
Mark, what's
our
that?
life.
What's that?
We was 15, University of Illinois.
Mark, what's that school that he went to?
Good old
SIU.
Fighting the line out, baby.
SIU. George know about SIU?
SIU, yeah.
Boy, SIU Carbondale.
Yeah,
I smoked so much green up in that joint. And partied down and left. When I started first to TSU from SIU Carbondale, I had a 395.
Oh, is that where you came from? SIU Carbondale?
I went to SIU Carbondale, and I do not remember them 2 years. I do not.
But Mark. Now you see what George just said goes right into how you and I started the conversation tonight when you were saying sometimes you worry about the things that we share because they could come back to bite us. You know what I'm saying? Like just say G want to run for councilman in DC or something. Rico on this infamous recording talking about he smoked Carbondale down.
I
Right.
sure did,
But
and I ain't
you'll be
never,
okay by
I'm never
then.
running for political office. So I'm not
George, you'll
worried
be
about
okay
that.
by the time you do run because that shit gonna be legal everywhere.
I'm not. I mean, see that's the thing. I think a lot of time, just like Keith, I like that post you put up earlier this week, about Jay-Z. Why didn't he hit back? And talking about how much $500 million he make, and
That was a great post.
Beyonce,
Great
why
post.
she
Dope.
why she just stand there and she got $350 million, and why Solange acting a fool, and she make $5 million, and you living check to check. Why you laughing?
Right, right. That was real right there, boy.
That was
very
real.
real.
That's where we stand.
That was great
We laugh
perspective.
and we make jokes.
Ah!
What did you just
I
do?
think I see a rat, man. Mouse and owls. I can't deal with mice. That's what you see earlier, Sean, man. I ain't want to address it. Man, I don't do mice, man.
Boy, you live in the country. You better, boy, please.
Boy, but I've been in the city for the last 10 years, bro.
Hey,
But you let out a little shriek just now, boy. That wasn't even no.
Hey, I went into my Michael Sam self. My bad. I'm sorry. Shit happens.
I know when I was a kid, mice and roaches was fun to play with, boy.
I'm gonna
Catch
tell y'all
them.
a quick little anecdote about mice, man. I had a little situation a couple of years ago where one was in my house, right? It wasn't even no mouse, it was a rat, like the size
Rat
of a
bastard?
possum.
Remember Rat Bastard, Sean?
Rat bastard, right?
Rat bastard. Wait a minute.
And so I called up my whole crew, man. Hey man, I need y'all niggas to come over here and help me catch this rat, man. And I ain't fucking with no rat. Niggas the hardest niggas pulling out pistols and damn thugging it all the goddamn time. These niggas scared of a fucking rat. I was like, man, fuck y'all, man. I'll catch this shit on my goddamn own, man.
Hey, Sean, remember you stayed with
scared of
me?
mice for real. So,
Remember that time you stayed with me?
hell yeah.
And we stayed up all night trying to catch Rat Bastard.
I
Oh
can't
my
do
God.
it.
I can't do that. No.
We ain't never catch him, did we?
Yeah, we did. Remember that screech?
I remember.
We caught that nigga.
Oh.
We caught that nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, he screeched
Man,
really loud late at
to
night.
play with, man.
Yeah. I don't play with animals.
Hey, let me run this
I
by y'all.
I don't like no kind of rodent.
Let me run this by y'all right quick. So,
Drop it, G.
okay, and I mean, go ahead, judge me if you want. But so I wake up this morning, me and my fiance having breakfast, and I don't know. I asked her, did she have any questions for the show tonight? And so she asked something about have guys ever had sex with a ugly girl and didn't want to tell her? So we was discussing it a little, and then the discussion turned into somehow about monogamy. And so let me ask y'all this question.
Okay.
Are you guys monogamous? Start with
Define monogamy.
one woman, one man. Do you believe in monogamy?
Do I believe in it?
Yeah. That should be the way you should be in a relationship. Yes or no, because I got to come back to you.
I say yes. I believe in it. I believe
if you find the right one, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so do you think we're monogamous? The question was, do you think that we're monogamous by nature?
No, we're not.
No.
Keith, what do you think? What do you think?
No.
Sean?
I definitely don't think that we're monogamous by nature. It's something you have to work towards.
No, without a doubt, we are not.
You niggas shocked me. I thought y'all was definitely gonna say yeah.
No,
I agree
That we
too.
monogamous?
By nature.
no.
Well, I mean, hell, you ain't monogamous by nature just by your own damn action. You can't keep your eyes to yourself. Niggas be niggas will be like, you got a girl or you got a wife or whatever. And you looking like I'm nigga. I ain't blind.
I ain't
So
blind, right.
the problem with monogamy becomes, I think the real issue with monogamy is not so much the sexual thing, because I think that by nature we are always going to be attracted to other women. And truth be told, this is the underlying thing that nobody ever wants to talk about. I just said this today on somebody's post. I didn't post this, but I made a comment on somebody's post that niggas we some egotistical bastards if we think our girls ain't attracted to other dudes. Like stop playing yourself.
I was
Yeah,
just
they are. But a lot of them, a lot of women, it seems like these women now are a little more ratchet. They going after it. But back in the days, women would be attracted to another guy, and that was it. It just stopped there. Oh, that thing, so it's fine. My mama was attracted to Jesse Jackson until she died. Every time that nigga came on TV, I think she got a little warm.
damn.
But I don't think she was fucking them. Maybe the opportunity presented itself. Who knows? But I just think that women in general, they have some of the same desires, but I don't think that they act on it the way that men do. And a lot of this comes, as Chris Rock, the famous philosopher, has said. I told y'all before, that's one of my favorite. He says, the reason why a lot of guys can't turn down, ass is because they so accustomed to hearing no. But women always hear, I mean, men are so accustomed to hearing the word no from, women. And it's hard for them to be like, somebody says yes finally, and you're like, oh, okay, yes. Well, nah, I ain't gonna do it. But he's like, with women, shit, every nigga that you ever met since you was 14 been trying to fuck you. And that just put it in so much perspective for me, because I was like, damn, that might be right. Every door, he's like,
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, I was just gonna say he was like, every door that's hell for you, nigga offering you some dick.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they have mastered the art of saying no, I'm good. We ain't mastered that art, and so I guess that's on an individual basis. I think when we get to the point where we can be that way and we can say no on a regular basis, and understand what we have at home is much more important or much more valuable to us than what we have and what's out there in the street. I think that's when I mentioned earlier. I said that's when monogamy is perfect. I think that's when it works.
Let me ask you this,
I mean, Shy, personally, I feel like you've had a lot more opportunities to say no than the rest of us.
Yeah,
Because
I agree with that.
Oh wow!
You get some shit thrown at you every week, bro.
Hey,
I think you might be more evolved than the rest of us.
I think you can say no to the same degree that women can say no, because they've been hitting on you since you was 14 too, G. So that's why you could tell that story as well as you did.
No, man.
We looking like that shit don't happen to me, Sean.
Huh?
We looking like the same shit don't happen to me, big guy.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mark,
Hey,
go ahead, Mark.
go ahead. No, you got it, Keith. Go ahead.
Go ahead, because this something else. This about to take us off of this.
Okay, I'm just one last question. If you find out that your woman is thought about another man to make herself come, is that cheating? Is that a form of cheating? Or if you thought about another woman to make yourself come and your girl and your wife, is that cheating?
Yes.
Why?
Cheating starts in the mind, first of all. It always starts in the mind.
Yeah.
Always. Niggas always be like, well, a brother got knees and it was just a fuck thing and I don't care nothing about it. You don't care anything about it. And it might have just been a fuck thing, but before you ever got her number, before you ever even decided you was going to walk up to her, when you saw her ass or you saw them titties and you saw them lips, first thing you said, oh, I'm going to fuck the shit out of her. And so you have already created the infidelity in your mind. So it always starts in the mind.
Right.
If you talk about getting to the point where you got to goddamn think about another woman when you with your woman and you with the wrong girl, or vice versa, you with the wrong dude.
Right.
I think you're being intellectually dishonest here, Sean. But
How so?
I'll let you go on with that because I
How
can't
so?
tell you. I can't tell you what you think, but I mean, in my personal opinion, I think you're being intellectually
How
dishonest.
so? Explain
I don't know.
yourself, brother.
I think a lot of dudes think about. I can't speak for other dudes. I say I can't speak for nobody else, but I would assume that people think about other people when they're having sex with people, because especially how routine relationships sex can be in an everyday relationship. I mean, shit. I'm not gonna say in this relationship, but I'm
Better
definitely.
not.
I'm
You better not say that.
say in a certain type of video, trying to get one going on a random Tuesday at 7:47 p.m. I'm saying
No,
it might have gotten through.
I understand what you're saying, but that wasn't your question. Your question was, is it cheating? That's what you asked. You didn't say, do they do it? I believe people do it, but you asked, is that cheating? I said yes.
Yeah,
I don't
cheating.
think it's cheating. I don't think it's cheating because they never did nothing with nobody else.
Dude, all
If you,
this goes
I
into
mean,
religious talk, but all sin really, dude, starts in the mind, man. It starts in the mind, works its way to the heart, then it works its way to the action. Like
I thought about. I wanted to slap the shit out of somebody. I didn't do it.
yeah, well, then that's because you was aggressive. That right there was the problem. Like, I just talked about that the other day on
But
my
I
post.
didn't
Like,
commit the action. Ain't
yeah,
cheating the
but
action, or so it's cheating the thinking of it, or is it just the act? It's the action of it.
I think it's the thinking.
it's the
So
thinking.
so
It
if
start
somebody,
it because it's the root. The root is always the thinking.
I
Just
think so.
because, and like Sean said, this really is more of a biblical principle. But the act of thought has always been. I mean, just because you want to forgive somebody, just because you want to forgive somebody physically and mentally, when you still have ill will in your mind towards that person, you're still sinning. Just because you
Mm-hmm.
ain't did nothing, and just because you haven't physically acted on it, the act of not totally letting it go in your mind is still sinning. So yeah,
Word.
it's more mental than it is physical. I mean, I'm sure Jay-Z wanted to whip Solange ass. Bitch, I wish you would kick at me. Like I said,
What if he
Chris,
said that though? Bitch, I wish you would.
bitch, bitch, put your foot up here one more time. Put your foot up here one more time. I'll knock you out. But he didn't do that. But in his
Oh
mind,
man, George, you
I
stupid
mean,
dude.
please believe in his mind, he snatched her up by her throat.
Mm-hmm.
He from the hood in Brooklyn.
so
He
he's still
snatched
wrong.
her up. In his mind, he snatched her up and threw her up against the side of the elevator.
Is
But
he wrong in his mind?
he's wrong in his mind for thinking that. He
Mm.
didn't do it. And
I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
the action is the ultimate sin. The action
Mm-hmm.
is the ultimate sin. But
And even if we're not talking about sin, just the nature, I mean, we don't even have to, if we don't even want to make it biblical or religious in nature, just the act of doing anything, dude. Like when you think about something, you don't know, like there's so much effort that goes into thinking, you know, and thinking about something that is wrong to do. Like, and you have to actually tell, why the hell am I thinking this? Like, why? Like, man, that's that man mama, man. I shouldn't be thinking about. I shouldn't be thinking that about that man mama, man. Like, that's wrong. But you got to correct yourself. You got to correct self. Because if you
uh,
don't, that
Sean,
mind, that mind
Sean,
can.
just like you said earlier this week, when you be walking and you see a dude look in your eye, you like, the fuck are you looking at me for? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the wrong thought.
And I had an issue. I had a real issue with that, man. That's why. And I had Mark. You know this dude. I don't know if y'all know Stovall, Thomas Stovall. He went to TSU with us. He from Chicago. Mark, you know Stovall, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
he hit me up, man. This dude sent me must be about a 2-page inbox talking exactly about what I had mentioned, and the stuff that he said in it, man. He was essentially like, man, dude,
our minds are just made up of all of our experiences, and so you got to ask yourself, like, why are you so angry? What is it that? Why are you so aggressive? What has happened in your life? And I really started to reflect on that. I was thinking about all the shit that I've been dealing with. I'm like, okay, boom, that's why I'm so angry. This one reason. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. Do have this. Don't have. You know what I'm saying? So you start reflecting. So you got to get control of your mind first. And that's why I'm saying, like, the thing starts in the mind, because we got to get to the point. I don't know if I'll ever get to this point, but we got to get to the point where we see a bad chick and we're like, she's a good looking woman, and keep it moving. Not, oh man, I could just see her bouncing that thing all up and surfboard and all on. Come on, man. Like, you can't. I told Mark this years ago, like, we can't have them all, y'all. I swear, like, you can try, but you can't have them all. So why waste energy? Why waste mental energy trying to, fuck every girl in your head? That's a waste of time.
You can try though.
Yeah, you can try.
My only problem with the whole theory of, now I'm not gonna call it a theory because you guys really believe it. My whole thing with sin is that it seemed like that you guys put so much pressure on yourselves for just human things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what my question about monogamy is for. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's natural to be attracted to who you attracted to. I ain't even just say women. Like, some people are attracted to guys, or women attracted to women, or whatever. It's natural to see somebody and have a thought about them. And you guys call it sin, and I just feel like I ain't gonna say that because that sounds bad. I just wish that you guys didn't put so much pressure. But you guys like it, so I can't really say nothing. It just seems like there's so much pressure on you guys to be a person that naturally you guys are not.
What's the pressure?
That naturally you're not monogamous. So
what's the pressure though?
The pressure is having all this sin to do these things for somebody that you don't even know exists or do. Well, I guess you do believe they exist. So I mean, so you put this pressure of sin on you, and sin is a lot of things. And if you guys can go to hell for this shit, man, I feel like, damn, man, that's fucked up, man. Like, I don't like that for y'all, man. I don't think that's better
pressure.
Follow the rules.
I don't necessarily see it as pressure. I see it as being
it's guidelines.
Being able to learn to control yourself.
Right.
But what happens if you don't control yourself? We
don't know.
And it's not like
y'all know. The book says y'all know.
It's not like anyone. I mean, no one knows your personal thoughts but God. No one knows what you're thinking unless you act on them. So it's about you learning to control who you are. And it's not like anyone is saying, oh, you did wrong because you thinking about fucking Kenya Moore. It's not that. It's, is that something, it's learning to say, is that something that's really worth it? Just like Sean said, you can't have them all. Eventually, you get to a point where you learn or you come to grips with finding someone who means something more than just somebody to fuck with.
So, Sean, is it wrong?
Are you sucking down a whole bottle of NyQuil, Sean?
Sipping on some scissors. Sipping on some scissors.
So, Sean, is it wrong for me to want to fuck Kenya Moore?
That depends on your perspective, brother.
I'm just asking you. You got my perspective. I want to fuck Kenya Moore in my mind.
No.
Am I wrong for fucking her in my mind?
Well, to me, yeah. If you got a girl,
I think you got a better chance when you get married, because it seems like she like married. Shit.
Well, I'm saying George just gave an example of fucking Kenya Moore, and I don't think he think it was wrong.
I mean,
if you have a girl, then yes, it's wrong. If we're talking about monogamy, of course it's wrong.
I mean, but
we talking about sin.
But
that all depends on.
What's the likelihood of me fucking Kenya Moore? Now, it's the other thing when it's the chick down the street that you could probably fuck.
But Sean says everything starts in your mind.
Aspect of it.
Sean, are you saying that we got to be accountable for everything in our mind, even if it's a wrong shot like Kenya Moore?
Yes, I am saying that. I'm saying that you have to cast
What,
down
huh?
those.
I
You
can't
have
hear
to.
y'all.
I say you have to cast down those thoughts. This is
Say
biblical,
it
brother.
again.
This ain't me. You hear me, George? George, checked out on us.
George still there? You still there,
Um,
George?
Mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I say you have to cast down all of those thoughts. This is biblical. It says that you have to cast down those thoughts that exalt themselves against the knowledge of God, which is, to me, just simply means like the things that you learn about being godly or doing the right thing, even if you don't believe in God. If you just want to do what you think is the right thing, air quotes, there's a guideline. There are guidelines. So I don't think when you talk about sin being pressure, I don't think it's any pressure. I just think that there are guidelines that we need to follow. And sometimes with different people, your level of what's right and wrong is going to be different until you come into the knowledge of yourself, and knowing, like, to somebody smoking crack is not wrong. I think all four of us think that it's
I done
probably
lost
wrong,
your audio. Hold on.
but most people, most people will probably say that it's wrong. So your level of right and wrong, or your not level, but your boundaries of right and wrong, I think really depends on the person. So I can't say to you, wanting to fuck Kenya Moore is wrong. It's wrong to me. If I got a girl, I shouldn't be wanting to fuck another girl. It does happen, but I don't think that it's right.
Is it wrong to the Bible?
I'm pretty sure
Want to
somewhere
fuck
in
King
there.
Moore?
I'm pretty sure somewhere there is it. I don't know per se. I'm almost certain that it says something in there about one about your mind, and how
I done lost your audio.
what you're supposed to think, and then we hear you, George.
We can hear you, George.
He can't hear us though.
Okay. KB, what you think about this?
Man, for me, I definitely agree with Sean. Um, my grandfather used to always say that that you can and will be brought up on your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You will be judged for your thoughts as well as your actions. And he used to always joke me and be like, "Shit, if you're gonna think it, go on and do it. And if you're gonna think that you're gonna steal the bike, go on and steal the bike, because you're gonna be judged for it anyway." That's kind of how
I
my
done lost
grandfather
audio
told
for
me.
y'all.
But the thing, as far as why I believe it's not, we don't look at it as a struggle, or what I'm saying, that we having to really combat with trying to be like, for instance, we all agreed that monogamy isn't a natural state. So you like, well, why is y'all being beating up on yourselves for and trying to be something that you're not? You already said that it's not natural for you to be monogamous. But here's the thing: as a man of God, as men of God, as we three are, um, you have to practice dominion, which is mastery of self. So you always need to be and when you mastering yourself, you're mastering the thoughts. You're not just mastering the physical man, you're mastering the emotional man, the thought, you know what I'm saying? So you want complete dominion over yourself. And I was looking at, there's this one chick on Instagram. She always come through real heavy on religion and spirit. And I mean, she don't be posting every day. She might come through and post, man, something once every 2 weeks, but it'll be so profound, you be like, dang. So today her post was about walking with God and walking in purity. And see, the thing is about faith and purity and all these things is you can't just talk the talk. You got to be working toward these things. So if you're working toward being pure and just, if you're doing this in your everyday, there's going to come a time when unrighteous and wicked things are going to be like a bad taste in your mouth. If you are seeking to be pure, if you're seeking to be without sin, which we're going to always be, and this is not saying you're going to ever get to this, but the idea and the concept, the mission, the purpose is to try to get to Jesus' state. And Jesus was love, and Jesus was perfect. So our missive, one of our missives as Christian men, is to get towards what God was, what Jesus was. Now we know we're not going to achieve that, but that don't stop you from trying.
Well said.
That's how I feel
And
about it. So I
and and
definitely feel that. Go ahead, Sean.
and I was just gonna say, to piggyback off that, Mark, and not even and not even to put it in a religious perspective. That was well said by Keith. When I was growing up, man, my mom gave me this. I must have been about 8 or 9, and she gave me this plaque to put on my wall. And I always remember what this plaque said. It said, reach for the stars. You may not get there, but you'll get higher than if you never reached at all. All right. So that's all that when we're talking about having guidelines, and we're talking about what is sin and what is not, the goal is those stars. Well, no, it's a good chance that I'm probably not going to make those stars, but I ain't going to make them if I don't even try. Like, I ain't going to even get close if I don't even reach my arm up. So it's like, you know, if I think something and I know that it's wrong, I feel like I probably shouldn't be thinking this, then as Keith said, you know, you have to have mastery of self. And you know, I think that that's the most important thing in that.
Okay. We're gonna agree to disagree on this one too, but
let me ask. It's interesting that y'all would say that. Have y'all seen this Vine floating around? Did y'all see the Vine that I posted? Beyonce and Jay and LeBron James.
yeah,
What?
Y'all saw that?
Say what now?
the Vine with LeBron
Vine
James.
that Beyonce and Jay. Have y'all seen that?
Oh, the Power series.
No.
It was a Vine.
It's like a 6 or 7. Yeah, like a 6 or 7 second Vine where LeBron is like he's on the court and B and
Oh, where she
Jay are sitting on the sideline.
where she was all in his grill, like she was about to
Right,
get his
right.
shit. Yeah.
Right.
I haven't
What y'all
seen it,
think
but
about that?
it's on your page, Sean.
Yeah. Go check it out when you get a
Okay.
chance. But what y'all think about that?
No, I think it's not much
George
about
and
nothing.
Mark. Really?
I don't think it was about nothing. What you think?
I mean,
What? Me?
every chick like to look. I mean,
Yeah.
but
Nothing
really,
wrong with looking.
she know what her bread and butter.
Right.
Oh, so the Vine is B looking at LeBron in a certain kind of way or something?
Yeah.
Like LeBron and B was kind of talking, I guess, and then they started playing Trey Songz, that song. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah, that was a perfect song for that. Hey, but the look on her face, man. Y'all know when y'all watch Beyonce videos and like there's certain parts of the video where she just has this look
I know.
Yes, sir. So she has this look like she just want to, surfboard all on your Johnson. That's how she was looking at LeBron to me. And so Jay looked at her, and when Jay looked at her, she looked away. And it was just funny, man. It was like 7 seconds, but it was straight hilarious because it was kind of one of the things where like she really was like, nigga, you don't even know what I do to you right now. That's how she looked. Now we could be misjudging the look. But that's how it looked to me.
Because Media Takeout said, she was looking mighty thirsty.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Mm-hmm. She not wrong for. I mean, is she wrong for fucking Jay and thinking about? Jay ain't no cute nigga. I mean, I ain't the cutest either. But, is she wrong for thinking about LeBron in the bed?
That's her husband, though, G.
Yeah.
You can't be. Nah, we just said that. You can't be thinking about no other nigga. Particularly, the nigga was sitting right there too. It ain't like they was. They caught her in the elevator or caught her. You know what I'm saying? Like sitting at the courtside with Solange or with Kelly Rowland or something. She was with her dude. Now just okay, wait. Let's look at it like this. You and your girl are out at dinner. The waiter comes up. This nigga look like who is a hot throb that the women talk. Boris Kojo. He looks like Boris Kojo. He walks up to you. How you folks doing tonight? And your girl is eyeballing this nigga. She don't say nothing. She just looking at him like with this look, that same look that she gives you right before y'all get ready to fuck. She gives you that. She giving him that look. It's no different than. That's why niggas don't like their girls to laugh at jokes. Nigga, don't be laughing at no other nigga joke.
Can I answer this one, Sean?
But don't just.
Can I answer this?
Not roll at the water cooler. You better not be laughing at that nigga joke.
Can I answer this seriously, man? If this is my hypothetical, Boris Kojo come to my table, and and I see my girl. Well, she like Tank, so Tank come to the table, and he like, man, take your order, this, that, and the third, and she just looking. I'm gonna say, damn, you all up in his face, ain't you? And if she say, all she gotta do is say, yeah, I'm gonna be like, my nigga, I would do something. If that was Beyonce, my nigga, right away. Oh shit, this is my dog right here. God, man, I know, but she like this nigga. You know, like there's an attraction. It's a physical attraction. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I would have to
Mark,
understand.
I mean, but
you're a different kind of nigga though, Mark. Most niggas are not gonna. Most niggas gonna be like, yo, get your eyeballs back in
I,
your head, or what the fuck, like what?
your girl gonna do the same to you. Your girl gonna be like, nigga, what the fuck are you all up in her grill for?
Exactly.
Get
Exactly.
the hell up out of her grill.
That's
So
true.
I just thought that look was interesting, man. You better
Yeah,
not
see,
try to look at no girl like that.
my thing about that is I don't care about, if my girl was to look at the waiter who's attractive or the guy next to us or however it was to go down. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, human beings get to admire the beauty of other human beings. That I don't have a problem with that. But if my girl is looking at this dude in the same lustful way that she looks at me, and I'm talking about, I know this look because this is my girl. So if she looking at this dude with the exact same lustful, you can get it.
That's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying. That's
saying?
what I'm
That's
saying.
that
Yes.
really is. I'm just for me, and I ain't no
Violation.
insecure dude. I promise you, I ain't no insecure
Hmm.
dude. But you're not gonna look at this nigga in the same way you look at me. That's just not gonna happen. Now I don't mind you admiring him,
Violation.
saying he cute, he sexy, whatever women say. Have at all of that. But you absolutely is not gonna stir up in his face the same way you stir up in my face. If that's the case, I'm gonna need you to go on over there with that nigga and stir in his face every night like
Hmm.
that. I'm done. I'm over.
And,
That's just me.
Exactly.
That's me.
I, and I can personally attest that is Keith Barbie true feeling.
I promise you. I
And
promise
I,
you, go on over
I
there.
have,
That's what you need, going on over there. But
I
I
have,
really don't
I
have a
have,
problem
I
with
have,
the admiration, with the looking. We
I,
human. Let it.
I have seen Keith Barbie give that look and have that conversation. So I know.
Word
No.
up. Word up. Yeah,
Hey,
it was just funny to me, man, to see that. I was just like, wow, that was an interesting little vine though. I thought that was kind of funny.
Mm.
I'm gonna check that out. But hey, let's go on and wrap this up, man. I want to end, Mark, with you filling us in on the rally you went to for
Oh
the
yeah.
young women in Nigeria. Let us know what happened and how we may or may not can contribute in helping moving forward, or what your insight was from it. Is this, the social media thing? Is it helping? Is it hurting? Does it matter? Give us a little
yeah.
insight based on you having gone to the rally.
Oh no, no, no. See, here's the thing. I didn't go. I
Oh, you
decided not
didn't
to go to
go.
last. No, I didn't go. So it rang. I was like, no, I'm not going. So I didn't go, but I'm keeping up with it. They, uh, I guess they're doing a lot of stuff. Obama them's doing a lot of stuff. I don't know. Just Boko Haram. These guys, man, they talking about. They gonna kill these girls if they teach them
Mm.
Western education and all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm still learning about a lot about the situation. I don't know what the rally would have done. That was why I was interested in going to see what the hell we can do. I didn't think we could do too much of anything, but just show our support. So, but I didn't get a chance to go. I will support the next one if it doesn't rain. Of course, you know what I'm saying. Maybe I should have stood out there, but I wasn't no G like that. So my apologies. But at the same time, I'm still learning about everything as it goes on, man. Bring them girls back. Very important.
Um,
Absolutely.
I think a lot of it is the rallies in the United States do more to put public pressure on our political figures
Mm-hmm.
to do whatever they can.
Right.
Personally, rally. I mean, you can rally all day for everything under the sun. You can rally all day for white supremacy if you feel like it. It really doesn't do anything unless you're putting public pressure on political figures. That's
Right.
what these rallies were intended to do. Put pressure on our political figures, to put pressure on Barack Obama to do whatever as far as sending the military, as far as sending uh, monetary support and things of that nature, which he has done. He's not.
Yeah.
It'd be a different thing if this was George Bush in office. I rather would have meant a whole lot more. With Obama in office, Obama he's ahead of the curve a lot as far as what's going on with Michelle in tow. He's very ahead of the curve as far as putting international pressure on Nigeria to step up. Because the thing is, Nigeria was just kind of like, you know, fuck them, do what
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And at this point, the situation has become Boko Haram is pretty much saying, we're going to kill these chicks or you're going to give us these political prisoners.
Right.
Um, you know, and that's going to be a very tough decision. Um, it's hostage negotiations are always very tough because if you give in, it's not like they don't have the opportunity to do it again. But if you don't give in, then the country is going to blame you for the loss of these girls.
Hmm.
Um, the U.S., China, and uh, Great Britain have all dedicated special forces to trying to, as far as I know at this point, have dedicated special forces to trying to extract these girls from this forest area that they're in. But it is a very dense forest. It is very impenetrable at this point. Um, it is a very complicated area because it's in northern Nigeria, but it's also in between Nigeria and Cameroon, and it's not something that you can just drop somebody out of a helicopter, and
Got to be strategic with it.
it's a very strategic situation. So they're being very delicate and they're trying to be very um, intricate as far as how they deal with this situation. I don't see it as ending um, in a good way because at this point, it was originally 273 girls that were kidnapped. At last count,
Can't hear you, George.
We
Can't hear
lost
you,
him.
George. Can't hear you.
George. Uh-oh.
He ain't even
He done checked out.
checked out. Georgie, we can't hear you. Wave at him, Keith. That nigga talking. Okay, let's go. Let's go into our
Bring a moments, man.
closing moments.
Yeah.
Springer moments. This nigga going. He gonna think this funny. All right, so my Springer moment is this. So I've been. I was talking to Keith before this. Stick's still going. I was talking to Keith before. Damn.
Oh, so you can see him talking, because, see, he froze on my screen, but he's
You
still
still
talking.
George? We can't hear you. George, can't hear you. You, George. Oh, okay.
He left and he gonna come back in.
All right, so Springer. There you go. George.
yeah.
Okay, there you go. We ain't hear nothing you said after you went to Boko Haram.
Oh, but Boko Haram is they are they're being very strategic about how they're dealing with this situation. And like I said, it was originally 273 young ladies that were kidnapped. At this point, I think at when they posted the video, it was only 143 young ladies,
Oh,
which means that um, probably some 130 have either already been sold or killed off. So at this point, it's a dire situation that we just don't know. So
It's gonna be dirty, man. It's gonna, ooh, them dudes gonna die a violent death.
yeah, it's gonna be
We're going into our closing Jerry Springer moments,
okay.
and well, I guess I was gonna say I don't know if Sean coming back, but uh, but I guess I'll go. My closing moments is that I was telling Keith before we got on that I've been thinking about this whole atheism and these labels that I claim, and I feel like I'm at a place in my life where I think that I should calm down just a little, in terms of you know uh, in terms of what I say to people.
Right.
Of course, I know, I know what I mean, but like just seeing like this reply that I got from this guy that don't even know me. You know, it's some real. I mean, it's some real hatred for people that don't understand. Now, I don't mind having a conversation with anybody,
Hmm.
but when I put stuff out, my friends see, I'm still gonna put stuff out,
Right.
but I think that I need to think about a little bit more, that I might just hurt somebody with what I say, and it's not my intention. I'm trying to poke fun or whatever, but at the same time, you know, I think I need to be a little bit more empathetic to how these people feel about their religion. They're willing to die for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they hold it so close to their heart or whatever. And I get emails in my inbox, and for those the people that email me in my inbox talking about this about Christianity and I'm going to hell, this or you wrong, and trying to tell me why I'm wrong or whatever. you know, I definitely love the conversation. I love the fact that you care about me so much that that you'll try to help me. But I can't go back and do that to you. Like I can't, I wouldn't go to your inbox and say, hey man, you wrong. Did you do this? Did you do this, man? Because I feel like spirituality and religion is in and of itself is an
Very,
individual thing.
very
You
personal.
know, everybody might believe in the same God, but they might do it a little bit different way. And just because I disagree with it, you know, I mean, don't mean that as a friend, I shouldn't. I don't want to be the one that just always beating you over the head with it.
Hmm.
Now I will say this: the people come to my page and say whatever they want to say. I don't really go to people's you know God memes about God and disrespect them or whatever. I mean, I don't see it as disrespect. I see it as conversation.
Right.
I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is in the end that I think a little bit more before I put something out because people don't look at it the way I look at it. They look at it as they feel disrespected. And the only reason I'm responding to this because I get so much in my email, about man, dude, I can't believe the meme you put up, or damn, man, why would you say this about religion? And then when I go into it and be like, okay, this is why I would say it. I give you A, B, C, and D. Then they'll come back, and trying to argue or call you out your name. And that's not what I'm here for, man. So it makes me think like, man, maybe I should just go ahead, cool this down, man, before I have to, before I see somebody on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of dude, and I shouldn't really put this out there. I'm the type of dude that, hey, you know, I would defend myself all day.
Right.
But I love all my brothers, man. And I just want everybody to know that I got my freedom of speech, just like you got your freedom of speech. I don't mind anybody coming to my page, my inbox, my comments, and speaking your mind. Just speak it, man. We can debate about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, at the end of the day, my buddy Sean told me this. I ain't gotta go with you. You
Right.
gotta choose your route.
On
You know
path.
what I'm saying? And You can't come where I'm going. You might not can't come where I'm going. I might not can't come. I might can't come where you going, and that's okay. And that's my Jerry Springer moment. I love you, George. Man, hey, hold your head with that funeral. Shine. Man, I hope you feel better. You look like shit.
Yeah.
The girls ain't gonna be loving you right now. B,
Yeah.
KB, maintain. You know, black fist to all y'all. No straight fist. No Germany shit.
Uh,
That's my Jerry Springer moment. Who next?
um, Mark, I'm gonna say this in reply to you, and this is my Jerry Springer. Don't let anybody silence your voice. If you have something on your heart that you want to put out there, you put it out there. Don't let people change who you are as a person. If that's what you feel, then that's what you feel. And they have no right. They have no right. Like one of my friends said earlier on Facebook, um, freedom of speech freedom of speech isn't free. There's a cost to all of it,
Mm-hmm.
and whether that cost be your losing certain friends or losing certain allies, it is what it is. You have to speak your truth for what it is at this moment, and that's ever changing. What your truth is today is not necessarily your truth for tomorrow. But live in your truth and be happy with who you are right now. Because that's all you have. And I would rather the Marcus I know be an honest Marcus than a Marcus that's um, hiding his true feelings or hiding uh, his true humor or his true grit because he's afraid that he might um, disrespect or harm somebody else. Donald Donald Sterling is an old ass motherfucker. And he said what he had
Tell
to
us how
say.
you really feel.
And he said what he had to say. That guy, I mean, his freedom of speech wasn't free. He
He's
lost
got AIDS.
he lost his team or whatever.
His freedom of speech cost him a lot.
His freedom of
Mm.
speech cost him a lot. But that's how he feels. And you can't judge him, man. That's how he feels.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it could he just like he told V, he said, V boo, you can fuck them niggas all up in this house all you want to. Please just don't take no pictures with them. I just don't want you to take no pictures with them. That's just how he felt.
But they can drip all over my good furniture and on the rug and stuff.
Drip.
You can
That old drip.
you can drip it
Because I mean, you got to pull out. You got to pull out, and you know that girl ain't asking for nobody to put on no protection, man.
right.
Man.
You can pull out all on my $1,000 Roach Boy's couch. Pictures with him.
Damn, dripping on that furniture.
That old drip.
I hate that drip too, man. This shit don't come out easy.
But
You should get somebody who catch the drip.
Oh, catch the drip.
But don't let people change who you are.
That's real talk.
And be who you are while you can be. That's for real. Because sooner or later you're gonna be so big or so established that you have to be very, very politically correct. You have to be very
Y'all gonna change when we go national TV. Y'all gonna start buffering your truth and being PC.
you gonna have, please, you're gonna be real Barbara Walters about that.
You want that money, you
Y'all
better
gonna
do.
edit yourself. Y'all gonna edit. Y'all gonna tone it down.
I'm gonna be a
We
white
might
bread
have
chicken
to,
shit
brother.
motherfucker.
Mm,
What you
We
say,
might have
Mark?
to.
I'm gonna be a white bread chicken shit motherfucker.
And what you say, Sean?
I said we might have to.
Might have to.
you
I
might.
don't know if
Fuck
I don't know
no.
if America I don't know if America is ready for our truth, man.
They ain't. Please believe in it.
America is not a country that's based on truth. That's the irony in it all.
Mm.
It's the
Mm.
truth, justice, and the American way. Hell, we ain't got none of that. No truth, no justice, and the American way don't include us.
Right.
Mm.
So, but that's another story altogether. I guess I'm going to chime in since I'm running my mouth, man. This is a
Right.
perfect example of how you need support. How you need support to, get you over the hump, man. When I got on this call tonight, when I joined in with y'all brothers, man, I was feeling like crap. I still feel like crap, but y'all help uplift my spirits, man.
Man.
Mentally and physically and spiritually. I just, I felt pretty good, just talking and chopping it up with y'all. So this is an example, man, of why you can't do it alone. No man is an island, said John Donne.
All
So I
right,
just,
John Don.
I, I
Agree.
just, I just think that we have to, we always have to look out for our fellow man and encourage each other, man. Let's, help to build each other up. So I appreciate y'all tonight. But as soon as this call is over, I'm going to get ass naked, rub myself down in some Vicks vapor rub, turn my heater on,
I
put
think.
some
You ain't watching that game?
nah, man, fuck that game. Put some collard green juice on my neck and
Did you say
wake
college juice?
and wake up in the morning on some on some on
Ooh.
some next shit, the next shit.
I do need to see what if the Wizards gonna lose tonight because I have a feeling they're gonna lose, but I'm
Nah, the Wizards gonna pull out that W tonight, man. Take it to a 7 game.
We
whatever.
gonna see.
I
I hope
hope.
so. By the way, George, I'm here on. I'm in DC on Monday through Wednesday, so that's a weekday. That's them work nights, man.
I think I might be off Tuesday or Wednesday, so just let me know.
Okay, cool, cool.
All right.
KB, you up? Oh, and thank you, George.
Oh, you welcome, man.
KB.
My Springer moment, man. Just I'm gonna go ahead and tie this Tiffany bow on this thing, man. We all kind of leaping off of what you said, Mark, and I'm so glad, man. It's so phenomenal this show, bro. I'm telling you. Because Sean, when you came in, man, you lifted us because we had got to a place because George was sharing with us, his loss. So we was
Mhm.
we was being there for George, and we was in that place. Then when you came on looking crazy as hell, it lifted all of our spirits to another place. So it's reciprocal, man, how this group works. And let me tell you, it's been several times, man, when it'll be close to time for us to start the show, and I'll be feeling like my energy ain't where it should be because you want to be hyped. Like you
Mhm.
can't be on here depressed and down because we want people into it, so you have to be into it. So
Mhm.
there have been several occasions where my spirit wasn't what it should be or my energy wasn't where it was. As soon as I got on here, it came up, and I'm gonna tell you, my mom has said the same thing. She was like, when my mom was on the show, she was like, she was like, dude, today was one of them days. She was like, when I came over to the house, you was already like you was in a funk. Then I was in a funk. This my wash day. This was my I got the blue pay my bills day. She was like, all of this was going on. She was like, but as soon as I got on the show with you and your guys, she was like, all of that went away. She was like, I don't know what it is. She was like, the energy of y'all. She was like, it really is a calming, soothing thing. She was like, and I'm thankful that I did the show because she said I was in a bad mood until I got on the show. So that just goes to show you the power and the spirit, the energy that it is within all of us that comes through on this show, man. So and lastly, man, I want to say Mark, absolutely don't lose your voice. And I'm glad this came up because this is a real thing for me. This is kind of like a Sway Kanye for me and you because, like, I would see things, and I had said it. I had been praying on it because it really had been bothering me, and I knew that I would get the opportunity to talk to you. Not bother me in a Mark can't be my friend way, but just I want to talk to Mark about that. And what I'm talking about is sometimes I feel like when you post things, that may be anti-spiritual or religious, you know, the memes, the jokes, different things, different audio. I'm like, well, dang, more be coming for believers. But when I look at me, George, and Sean Page, we never say, well, atheists are gonna go to hell. That's just, if you don't believe in God. We never make atheism or anything like, when like on my page, when I'm building up believers, I'm not putting down anybody. So it was seeming to me like you was putting believers, and I'm like, this our boy, and he know he rolled with some true believers, like all of us, you know what I'm saying, are true believers, and he always is putting up stuff that kind of is clowning our belief, and we never clown his belief, even though we don't believe in atheism. We never clown it, and it seems like he do a whole lot of clowning of us. And so I had to talk to God and remedy that within myself and say, well, that man get to express himself the way he gets to express himself, and that's my brother. And this is the thing about Christ, Mark. This is the thing I love about being a man of God, is that I lose religion, dude, before I lose you. Because that's what God would want me to do. Because I'm chasing after God. I'm chasing after Jesus. I'm chasing after love. That's love. And I love you too much to lose you over a comment or a video or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not going to happen. So I say all that to say this show really has helped me in being a better believer, because I know at the end of the day, I'm going to love you regardless. And it don't matter if you feel how you feel about prayer, or you say whatever you say about Christians, or you joke. And I'm not saying this to say to you stop doing those things. I just want you to be aware of how it was making me feel until I went to God about it and said, dang, this is my brother, and it seemed like he always is clowning us, but we never clown him. Like, we never clown. We trying to get an understanding of atheism, and we ain't, and none of us are even coming tomorrow like, oh, we're gonna make you a believer. Oh, we ain't beating down your head trying to make you believe what we believe or nothing. We just being us. We walking our walk, and that's what Christians are supposed to do. Walk your walk. You ain't supposed to get involved in the variance of arguing with people. And when you don't know, like, that's like when Mike was on the show, and he had brought up some things. When I don't know something, bro, I get quiet, or I'll say I don't know, because I'm not here to lead nobody wrong. If I don't know a verse that's going to support what I'm saying, or if I can't articulate it in the best way, I stop, because that's what God wants me to do. He don't want me to be trying to figure out, because here's the thing, when you get there, when you get to wherever God got for you, he'll give you the words. He'll give you what you're supposed to say. And when I was at a loss for words, that's something that you and Mike had asked about, and I didn't really have a concrete answer, so I was just like, I don't know. And that's what I was supposed to do. Just stop. You ain't got to fumble over it. And that's the problem with most Christians. They try to find an answer or make an answer. Well, if there's no answer and God don't give you an answer, a clear and concise way to have somebody believe what you believe, or to show them what you believe, then you shut up. And that's what I do, and that's what I did on that particular evening. And so it was bothering me, like I said, at a point, that you were saying things that was, to me, going at us because we're believers. But then I said, you know what? I don't even care. That man can post whatever. That's his page. Those are his beliefs. He can do whatever he wants to, because at the end of the day, I love Mark. That's my brother, and I'm ride or die for him. And that's what God wants me to be. That's what Jesus wants me to be. That's the example that I'm following. All of this rah-rah and different beliefs, and whether we evolve from a monkey or what, dude, I don't give a care about none of that, honestly. At the end of the day, I come in love. Jesus is love. God is love. So that's who I am, and that's what I do. So I'm so glad that you brought it up. And like George said, don't quench your voice for nobody. Be who you are. And I'm telling you, you being exactly who you are made me bolder in Christ, brother. Because I see that it's people like you out here going to go hard for your beliefs, so I'm going to go hard for mine. That's all you did. You upped the ante for what I believe, and for me to even go harder, because oftentimes on Facebook I say, you posting too much Jesus. They don't think you Jesus. You can't, you posting too much about God. I can't never say too much about God or Jesus. In my mind, I had to get clear on that. And because I saw the world the world is coming at you with the twerking and with everything and the racism and all that. So I want to come with the good stuff. I want to come with encouragement. I want to come with love. I want to come with joy. I want to do all of those things. So that's what I do on my page. But I don't clown anybody else in order to uplift people.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's my Springer moment.
That's cool. Let me just say that, yeah, I guess it is clowning, but I do think that there's ironic points in what I say, and but I apologize to you guys if you guys felt any type of way, if
Mark,
you guys felt like I'm personally attacking you.
Mark, did you say?
That's what I'm saying. I'm personally attacking the belief. And of course, we'll get to why, I'm sure, when we have that show. But what I understand is me personally attacking the belief is kind of personally attacking you and my mama and, my friends, And so it's kind of me being an atheist is kind of I don't believe, I don't accept what you guys accept. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to change, but I think I'm just more, empathetic to the movement, which is, all in together. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's just I'm just having a response. I mean, nothing that you say. If you see something that you guys posted about praying or whatever, then you see me come right after you with a post. And y'all some bitches if y'all pray or whatever. then I understand. Definitely mad at me. But my shit come out of left field. You know what I'm saying? Like I had these thoughts. I had thoughts about everything.
Yeah, and I want you to be clear, man. It wasn't I thought you was coming at me personally. It was like you said, you was coming at the belief system.
Right.
You don't believe what we believe, but like you said, it get to a point where your belief is so intricately entwined in who you are that it's like I'm coming for you. Yeah. So I get when you say that.
But I'm glad that you said that it made you stronger within your belief.
Absolutely.
Because truthfully, I don't think that I necessarily want anybody to be atheist with me. But I will say that I want to get these certain laws that people go by in the Bible. I don't want that shit to affect me in my daily life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people say that this is a biblical country or whatever, I don't care what you believe. I don't care. I can take good things from Christians, from Islam, from the 5%ers, from anybody. You know what I'm saying? But when people be going like, oh well, no gay marriage, no stem cell research, all these things. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to go to space. That's what the Tower of Babel is. All that stuff. To me, it's like it's a slap in my face. You know what I'm saying? Because I want that stuff. These are things that I want. But like we gotta vote for that. At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to where we can either vote or we're gonna have to. It's gonna be a war or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm all about. In the meantime, I'm all about love. I'm all about coming together with Christian and Muslim brothers and 5% Nation, people that's downtrodden and forgotten, and I mean I'm a child of the hip hop culture, so I'm coming with the people that you think is not you, but people think is thugs and people that got their pants sagging all down with dreads doing a Chief Keef dance. You know what I'm saying? All them brothers, need an older person like me to talk to, like you to talk to. So it's about bringing people together. So I'm a little bit. I'm still gonna say the stuff I say. I'm still, and stuff is gonna like get to me, and I'm still gonna have memes and stuff like that. But I think I'm thinking a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like Facebook ain't even really important. When I really think about it, I don't have an audience really.
Exactly.
People might like my shit. You know what I'm saying? But like this shit is out of boredom. Like half the people I talk to I never even met in my life, which is cool. But it's almost like, what am I doing? I feel like if I'm gonna say something, I need to be in real people's faces, and have these conversations and build or destroy relationships or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, if y'all feel that, I've offended y'all, or if I help you strengthen y'all in y'all belief, and that's fine. I mean, like George said, freedom of speech is not free. You know what I'm saying? Freedom is not free, and I'm willing to pay for everything that I do, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't agree with me. I'm I feel like I am on an island. I don't know anybody that's really like me in person. Yeah, I've met people before, but I don't know, and it's a little lonely, man. It's a little lonely, and so Facebook posts are my way of not being lonely. Hey, I can get this. I can say this. This is what I'm thinking. So you know, I just got to be a little bit more. I feel like I'm not gonna change who I am. I just feel like I need to be a little bit more aware because my shit stank too. And so I went to a whole nother Jerry Springer moment, but
See, and we're gonna finish it with this, Mark. I don't mind being challenged.
Hmm.
I don't mind you saying, well, if the Bible says this, then why do you do that? Because it only it only it only enhances my study for myself, and it only makes me a better person by somebody saying just don't blindly believe,
Mhm. Mhm.
just don't be blindly led. Know what you're doing and why.
Eh,
And a lot of people do that. A lot of people are just blindly believe just for the idea of saying I believe, and they don't know what they're believing in. Which is why we have a 9/11 museum that officially opens tomorrow, because some people blindly believe and don't know what they're believing in and don't know what they're believing for. So it's always be willing to challenge. Always be willing to put it out there. How you feel and why you feel, and it hopefully you know you say you putting stuff up there and you just putting it up there just to put it up there, but you don't know whose eyes you're opening by saying this is what this says. So why do you believe that? Nothing wrong with that. Please believe it's not. It's nothing wrong with that. And
That,
some
that's what I like about, and because I'm not just being honest. I ain't crazy about the word atheist, so I don't really like calling you that. I don't really like that you call yourself that, but shit, you get to call yourself whatever you want to. But what I do like about you is just what George said, man. You challenge the status quo. You out here saying, okay, well, my mama believe that, my sister believe that, most of my homeboys believe that. But from my studies, my thoughts, when I'm alone with myself and I'm thinking things through, or I get into a book or I've read this and that don't add up to me what y'all Bible saying. Dude, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing in this world wrong with that. That's why you have to study and show yourself approved from a biblical perspective.
right,
So I love the fact that, like George said, you challenge us, man. You challenge us not to just believe something because our mama said it, or we grew up believing it, or that's what all we've ever known. Man, when you get to be grown and you get to be a man out here, you're supposed to know it for yourself and believe it because you truly believe it, not because your mama done passed it on to you. So that's what you do. I know for me is that you push the boundaries of just accepting things because that's what you know. It's like, no, nigga, read a little bit. Go and find you a book. Think about it a little longer. Sit in your bed. Like, for real, do you really believe that? Does that really make sense in your head? So, man, I, and that's why I said it. And oftentimes when you say things, it gets it off of your heart where you're not dwelling on it. So I knew that once I talked about it to you, and not that it, and as you know, man, I ain't got no problems with you, but I just knew that there would come a time when I would be able to address this with you, and I'm glad it came in the way that it did, so that you know, I think everybody understands that, you know, I don't feel like you. attack me or George or Sean personally with some of the things that you put on your page or said or whatever. You've attacked our belief. And like you said, sometimes that's so intricately combined into one that it comes across like you attacking us. But man, I love you, dog. Just point blank, and I'm gonna
Love y'all too,
always love you.
man.
I know. I love y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. Come this fall, there's gonna be some smoke in the city at 9 o'clock. I'm just letting you know.
What happened?
Scandal move
Scandal.
from 10 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It's gonna be some smoke in the city. We're gonna have some uh Sean. I mean, I'm about to say Sean. Uh, Mark, you gonna have to start having dinner at 6:30, bro.
That
we
man
got
basically
we got to
telling
change
us
the date.
he
We probably have to
basically
change
saying
the
we either gonna have to go to another day or we're gonna have to push back an hour earlier.
date. Either or.
Either
Another day
or.
might be cool though. What
Yeah,
y'all what y'all think about
all of
Friday?
that'll work itself
Man,
out.
fuck Fridays.
Yeah, but that's gonna have to be something that's in the works
When
because
that start?
um it's end of September. You talking about like September
Oh,
26th?
okay. That's a while. Did they get a new person to take over for the dude who slapped his wife, supposedly?
Um, they in talks with not Tay Diggs. Um, the dude that was in Love,
Oh, Lawrence Tate. Lorenz Tate.
Lorenz Tate. They're in talks with Lorenz Tate, and they're in talks with someone else.
You think Lorenz Tate will be good?
I have not yet decided on Lorenz Tate because even his role in he had a role in what was the movie where he was a bank robber in the 70s, and that was his one like serious role.
Oh, dead president?
Dead
Yeah,
pre-
dead presidents.
Even that was his like serious role, and I was still giggling.
Stupid. Wow.
I don't
Remember his Love Hall didn't do it for you?
I don't
Love Jones?
love he would dude he wasn't serious in the love. I don't see him as being that type person. I would see I'm actually seeing Shonda pull some unknown from
Hmm.
Ink somewhere. Like old dude that was in Captain America, the black dude.
Oh yeah, I can see him in there. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Falcon dude, the dude that had some wings.
the dude that played Falcon. I can't think of his name.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, I think he would be a great character. Um, I still my primary choice would be Idris Alba. I think he would be the primary guy that could kind of spar against Kerry Washington, but he got too much going on in his life right now, so that's not gonna work.
Yeah, I think he want to be more of a movie star these days than
Yeah,
television.
he's trying to be the next Batman, which is he trying to be the next Batman or James Bond. So he doing too much already. So he's not, and he has his own show Luther on BBC America. So
Mm.
I don't think that he would be a side character. I don't think that he's ready to step down for American TV
Hmm.
to kind of bring up his status. But yeah, I mean, Lorenz Tate, he'll last 4 seasons before Shonda kill him off because Shonda kill off black men. She kill off all the black men in her shows. She do.
Well,
Like
we'll
besides
get that time change then.
besides besides Pop, um who kind of set the stage. Every black man that has been around, she kill them all because they don't have. You gotta have a real extra personality to stand beside Kerry Washington and her personality. So, um,
Mm.
so That and with the new show with Viola Davis, which I probably will be watching, How to Commit Murder, um, which she is going to be the beast in. If you all have seen the previews,
I
and
haven't even seen
I ain't seen them either.
go on YouTube and watch the preview for How to Commit Murder. That joint is going to be the
Hmm.
beast. I mean, the beast. She is playing Viola is playing a professor of criminal law 101, and she also heads a law firm, and she teaches pretty much all of her students how to get away with murder.
it.
And
Damn.
he literally like involves them in cases and has them burying bodies, and she fucks one of the students, and it's gonna be some fuckery and foolishness, and I'm gonna be watching. I'm sorry. I'm
Wait, let me ask you a quick question. You think we talked about Michael Sam kind of breaking the glass ceiling for gay running backs or whoever? Do you think Shonda Rhimes is doing the same thing for black people in television right now, with
oh, she
producing and all that stuff?
definitely
You
has.
think?
She definitely has. She has changed her idea of what writers are. Um,
Mm,
as you've never. She is the first. She is the first black, not necessarily just black woman, but black person to ink a $10 million writing deal. She writes. She doesn't act.
mm-hmm.
She writes. She inked a $10 million writing deal, and she's not writing. She's coming up with ideas, and she's hiring people to write out of her ideas because she can't. She can't. I mean, I'm sure she has large mental capacity, but you can't write for three separate shows and keep all that shit straight in your mind.
Right. That's
She's
tough.
she's heading ideas for three separate shows and directing these. She's managing writers. $10 million to manage other people about your ideas. That's some old Key Barbie shit right there.
She came out
Absolutely
the right
right.
time too.
Absolutely. She just making it easier for me, man. I promise
Hey.
you.
I
Cause
promise.
I'm gonna walk right on through the door. She do the hard work being done. I'm gonna walk right on through the door.
On Shonda's shoulders, huh?
Right through the door with getting bigger figures.
I'm telling you, she there's not been such a big Thursday night lockdown since the Cosby Show. Since Bill Cosby took over Thursdays when Bill Cosby Show was on, and they started with Different World and all the other shows that spun off from that. It's not been Thursday night ain't been locked down like that. I mean, people have been watching Grey's Anatomy forever. Now she done got them addicted to.
I will, but before let me say this about Shonda. She has done unprecedented work, but love also has to be given to the Achilles, who have created such shows as The Game and Girlfriends. They've been consistent in putting out both movies and television shows, but they haven't done it to the degree. See, Shonda has cozied up with ABC, and she kind of works with them, whereas the Achilles have kind of done different things in different ways. So it's not like people are studying what they've done in the same way that they looking at Shonda, because hers is so compact. It's right here, all ABC. This is what she doing. Whereas they've kind of a show for the CW, a show for BET, you know what I'm saying? They've kind of been a little sporadic than lining up with one particular, industry or one particular company. Um, but the Achilles too have done tremendous work in as far as getting the black voice heard, and being writers who continuously get work in Hollywood.
Hey, I think we should have a future show about just writers in general, man. Like that's another way black people can get out of situations. We got some talented black people, man. just well, maybe not a show about it, but at least if you got any information, KB and George, because you guys wrote a book. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like on a mailroom post, and maybe a little writers workshop or just tips. Just to inspire somebody, man. Because I'm telling you, we need to find all avenues to get up out of our situations, man. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? What do y'all think about that?
I I wouldn't I mean I wouldn't mind it. Like I wouldn't mind talking about you remember Key, you remember Marcel.
Mhm.
Like he's written, but he's now trying to branch out into, and I don't particularly like the fact that he's kind of diverging from writing into trying to
Singing.
rap and singing. I just think that's you should you should stay out of that zone for right now. But I mean, there are a lot of strong, inspiring black writers, and um, they're not just writing fiction, but they're writing autobiographies, and they're writing a lot. But we don't read anymore.
Mm, mm.
We don't. I mean, it's some good books out there. Some really, really, really. I mean, some really, really, really good books out there. But if they're not, I mean, that the fact that everybody's in either a digital format, nobody picks up an actual book anymore and flips through it. I mean, if it's not on your iPad or it's not on your um, Kindle or whatever, nobody reads anymore, and it's becoming a dying art that is affecting our children. Our children don't read.
I don't know. You know what? Here's the thing. People are reading. They just not reading. I think good stuff because people like Wendy Williams and Lala Anthony are recently New York Times bestsellers with what they peddling. Wendy Williams with her new what do you call it? A romance novel she just put out, Held in Contempt. Then Lala Anthony with her little love advice book. Both of those women shot to the top of the New York Times bestsellers list. There's definitely a market. People are still reading. It's just they're reading in different ways. They aren't going to the library. They aren't buying hold in hand books. They're putting them on their Kindles and their tablets and this type of thing. So the reading is being done. Is just the type of reading they're doing and how they're reading. And Mark, I think it's a great idea, and I was gonna hold up on this, but why not? Because I always think of this one little meme I saw. Don't make the announcement, just do it. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go ahead and make the announcement, man. This past week, because here's the thing, I, Diddy did the commencement for Howard, and it
I
was
didn't
kind
hear
of
it yet.
all over the place. But one thing I really liked about it was he told them just basically like dream a ignorant dream, something that you just think will never happen. Cause see, like for me now, writing a book is no longer a dream. I've written four, so that isn't an impossible feat for me at this point. So now you have to up the ante of what is possible. You have to dream so big that it's kind of like, how would I ever make that happen? And so, man, this past week I just went and started the process of and I registered the name and everything for my own publishing company. So
Mm,
absolutely, we can talk about writing and workshops because I'm absolutely going to be doing that because not only will Keith Barbie be publishing his own book so that he cut the middleman out, Keith Barbie will be available to publish other people's books
mm,
because here's the thing, man, ownership is real, and you have to at some point take control of your own destiny. And for as many people who in a given day will say to me, how did you get published? What are some of the publishing houses that you can self-publish? Why am I sending people to Ex Libris and Rose Dog and all of these places when
mm,
I can do it? I, I can do it. I've done it enough to know, what I'm saying? I don't know all of it, what I'm saying? But, what I'm saying? I have some people and things in place for the things that I don't know, they know. But I absolutely, man, and started my own imprint, and that's gonna grow into a publishing house, man. That's gonna be here forever, forever.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I want to hear that story too because you posted how you felt that there were a lot of obstacles to making that.
Yeah, I really do believe, man. It's interesting that it seemingly are more people out in this world who will help you do wrong than help you do right. It just seems like that, and it definitely felt like that particular day.
Mm. Oh, congratulations, man. That's big right there. That's huge.
I'm about
You know.
to off here and go to bed because I have a very long day tomorrow. I got to be up at 6:30 and then hit the road at 6 p.m. to be in Philly at 8
Well,
to get stop by Max's and get an Italian hoagie, and then um.
I was just about to say, nigga, if you don't go to Ishkabibbles, don't even go to Philly.
Ishka Bibble.
If
I
you don't go to Ishkabibbles,
don't,
don't even go to Philly.
I don't do Ishkabibbles
I
on South Street.
I love Ishkabibbles.
I
Everybody.
fuck with Ishka Bibbles, but I fuck with gems too. I like gems too.
Jim's is okay. Geno's is cool. All of it is cool, but I just like
I
Ishkabibbles.
don't fuck with Geno's.
I go. I don't fuck with Geno's.
That cheese whiz.
I don't like cheese
I
whiz either.
go. I go to Max's right by Temple Hospital in the hood and get me an Italian hoagie. And I really don't fuck with cheesesteak because that shit give me heartburn. But I will get me an Italian hoagie with extra everything, peppers, all that joint. And then we supposed to have like it's like a celebrate because even though the funeral is Saturday, Damien didn't want he was like cremate me and throw my ashes somewhere, but he didn't want a funeral, but his family wants a funeral. So we're going and we're gonna tear Philly down and party all night long in Philly, and then um, get it together to carry his body and place it in the ground. And then we got to hit it back because my boy Casey has to put him and his brand new S-Class Mercedes on a train and head to Orlando to his
Mm.
job. So,
You got shit to do.
Exactly. Hey, so
Grown man shit.
I offer you travel grace, brother. Make sure you tell Casey that I said what's up, and man, absolutely do what you said. Celebrate his life, man, and celebrate in a big way. Don't go up there down. You know what I'm saying? Go celebrating all the good things that you remember about him, and the love and respect and admiration you had for him, and get there and get back to DC safe, brother.
all right.
Much power to you, George,
Uh,
and the family.
all right. I love y'all, dog. I'll talk to
Love
you.
you
Love
too,
y'all
bro.
too, man.
All right.
Peace, 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 man.
Peace.
Y'all.